So my phone died overnight, and I woke up and didn't know what time it was. I just knew it was fucking light out, and my phone...
That's terrifying.
Yeah. What was the worst thing you ever overslept for?
The worst thing?
Oh, work on the regular for me.
Uh-oh.
No, well,
I didn't say anything,
it's happened once at Jack's.
Yeah.
Once.
Which is a lot less than I thought was going to happen, so...
Well, really?
No, I'm just joking.
Dude, I don't know. I'm never late or anything, but I do once in a while oversleep.
It was funny your interview, or not your interview, the evaluation. We're like, well, tardiness, like you're right on point. I'm standing there. It's like because Dave brings you in. Like,
yeah, that's true. But I'm telling you, I'm always early to work.
He overslept on a podcast once.
Yeah.
No, he slept through the podcast.
No, I didn't.
Once.
Oh, okay.
That's another time.
Oh yeah, the one where Bob thought I was in there waking you up with your Gene Simmons dolls.
I'll come up with some good fucking shit once in a while, dude. I'm sitting here like I'm fucking tired. Well, first of all, I ride into smooth jazz in the morning. Let's be realistic here.
Yeah.
Why don't I talk to you about it now?
Yeah, let's go
because
here. Let's go here.
Because I wake up. One time I overslept for the podcast.
Yeah, that's
what we're talking about.
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that happened. Yeah.
Okay,
that
but
conversation was like 10 seconds
let's
ago.
get into
Yeah, like this is what we're talking
so
about.
Then my viewers know who the fuck I am now. They know I'm just talking circles. Let me do my thing. So what am I talking about now?
Holy shit, dude.
That circle.
Yeah, something about...
You overslept.
Oh, no, the jazz music. Well, how do you ever wake up for, like, what do you do, like, mainline coffee? Like, you get in your car and it's just the smooth jazz. I'm like, the heat's on and shit. I'm like, dude.
Well, in case you know...
I don't know. He showed up today pretty, like, somber. Like, I'm trying to catch some energy. And he was late. I mean, I see nothing's changed since he was in the band, so...
I think I was on time.
I mean, if 45 minutes late is on time. But it's true, so yeah, on time, right?
Wow, because I'm usually a pretty punctual person. Now back to this jazz. Like, what's wrong with the jazz?
There's nothing wrong with the jazz
but
if you want to ride an elevator somewhere for fucking 2 hours. We come here. Listen, I'm all about the jazz. It feels like it. I'm all about the jazz. I'm just saying, there's sometimes... where it's like, I need to wake up a little bit. I'm expecting, maybe we'll listen to some fucking NoFX or some Pennywise. Nope, it's just some fucking asshole classically trained musician that has no face playing on the goddamn radio.
No,
yeah, right?
Let me just clarify one thing. Like, usually when I leave the house and come and get you on that jazz station, every Saturday morning when we record, there is a show where they go into like old school hip hop and they do the jazz elements. By the time I get to your house and you're fucking dicking around, whatever you do.
You mean bringing our stuff for the set? Is that what you mean?
haven't brought shit in like a month that's in the same box of stuff where you fucking...
I just brought stuff today.
And I've seen that Dead Kennedys record.
No, you haven't. Not up here you haven't. You've seen it in the picture I sent you. I just bought that.
Like, I'm surprised this shit hasn't been canceled by our producer yet. But anyways... regardless, like, the show is over by the time I get to your house. And then, I don't know, it's the vibe. It's morning, we're drinking coffee. It's been fucking the middle of wintertime. Freezing ass cold. Snow, whatever.
Yeah, so black metal and crust punk.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
You get in my truck and it's just like crust punk and black metal.
Nope, I finally got a partner in crime. This is what I'm talking about.
Alright, so next week I'll switch it up. I'll bring some more high energy stuff. Maybe we'll do some Little John and the East Side Boys.
Oh, no. See, I'm not saying I want to start fucking doing lean. I'm saying I just want to get here like happy.
I know you're doing a lean right now.
Good one.
Alright, so anyways, welcome to this week's episode of Doors at 7, Kitchen at 9, and look at us. We brought our special guest, first one in 15 episodes, Mr. David Lee Ward himself.
David Lee Ward.
Now, Dave, some of you may know, most of you probably don't, is, you're the bass player and lead singer for One Way Terror?
Yeah.
Guitar player for Grain of Salt?
No, I played bass in Grain of Salt. Okay. That band's
we had your 7-inch up there for like 5 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was how we were trying to get you, the energy to get you on here.
And did you feel the energy?
Not really. I mean, you guys have been asking me for a while to come on. It's not like I saw that 7-inch. I'm like, ooh, cool. You talk about me a lot, so.
Yes, we do, and now you're here. So.
So.
Welcome.
It's
like it's a cult.
I'm very uncomfortable.
I haven't said a word because you've been staring in his eyes.
I know.
And I want to get
at
all of this, but after saying welcome and crossing your legs and shit, dude, this is some fucking.
Because we're on this tiny. Look at you. You're sitting on this.
Yeah, I mean,
love seat.
Yeah, we're on the love seat. It's great.
Yeah, you guys are hooked up. That's cool.
Hooked up.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Buzzhound's original Roadie.
Oh yes.
Okay, so you've been obviously tuning in. We talk a lot of shit about you because you're integral to our stories.
And I talk a lot of shit about you guys through the TV. That's one of my favorite things about watching this show every week is I feel like I'm hanging out with you guys, but I'm screaming at the fucking TV, and you can't hear me because it's like, no, it was that show. No, this happened. You know what I mean?
Oh, so what happened?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really think of anything specific. It's just a lot of.
You can clarify any types of things that we may have talked about.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anything.
Oh, I
specific.
got something right now.
All right. Bob,
Please
of course,
refresh my
does.
memory.
During the Buzzhound Throwdown.
Woo, the Buzzhound
were
Throwdown.
you not on the phone with James while it was happening?
Absolutely. I was at a New Year's party and having fun, and I get a call from James, and he's like, Davey, you'll never guess what's happening. There's a big brawl happening. Bob's fighting, and
During the brawl?
yes,
Yes.
Russell's brother or Russell's sister is fighting. Who is Vicky, your girlfriend? Like she's got your friend's back more than you because you were hiding behind a car.
I'm following Dave.
Yeah, I specifically remember being like, well, "What are you doing?" Oh, I'm hiding behind a car. Like
I did not know.
well, somehow I knew that.
No.
Maybe it was after.
No.
Somehow I knew you definitely weren't brawling. You definitely didn't have your friends back when they needed
Yeah, you just
most.
hear him like, yeah, kick some fucking
Yeah,
asses.
he's just over here like Bob is like
There's
throwing
nothing
dirty
going
South
on.
bows,
You hear things that
but I'm not gonna do
away.
shit even though there's mad people piled on top of him.
I don't think.
But Vicky had his back for sure, man. So you can tell who wears the pants in that relationship.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I'm done.
No, it's good.
I'm done.
It's
But
good.
yeah, that happened though. I don't know what downplaying they're trying to do here. But.
Oh man.
I don't think I was hiding
Anybody
behind
else
the
need
car.
anything cleared up? That was good. I feel a lot better.
Yeah, what else we got? That was good. Thanks, Bob.
What's your favorite memory of jamming with James?
Jamming with James?
Yeah, practice. What's your top 2 things that James would do where you're like, what the fuck, dude?
I know one of them. I'm not going to say it yet. I know one of them off the top of my head.
Well,
like you're talking memories.
Oh yeah, let him guess. Good, let him guess.
Okay.
I mean it. Oh, you guess?
No, you guess.
No,
like,
you guess.
Like what the fuck?
No,
do
he
you do
knows
with James?
what.
Like what the where I look over at James and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Is that what we're
what
talking
is it?
about?
What is it?
I think
You
we
know
all
what it
know
is.
what we're talking about, and there's pictures to prove it because you were taking them. like enrages me still.
Okay, so what happened? Break it down for the people.
Yeah,
who
let's
don't
break
know
it-
the story.
So it's like we're playing a gig. I specifically remember Broadway Joe's. Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't remember what show.
I have that picture too.
But it's like, oh, drop a guitar pick. Whoops. You know what? I don't feel like playing guitar anymore. So I'm just going to take pictures of the rest of the band.
Yeah.
Like, not okay, man.
I remember Extreme Wheels. I'm doing that at Extreme Wheels.
Really?
Yep.
I did not do that at Extreme Wheels because I don't have any pictures from Extreme Wheels.
Wait.
The proof is in the
You
photos,
actually
right?
still have these pictures though?
I have the one he's talking about.
Oh, good. Well, it's.
There's one you took, I remember, when we were doing sound check, and it's Jake and I, and it had one of those mini pictures of Broadway Joe's, and I'm just like, hey.
Yeah.
But when I looked over mid-set, because I'm like, where's my rhythm guitar? And
Swill
you're...
and Grill. Was that one of them?
No.
Taking pictures?
No, Swill and Grill is a crazy story, too, though, when I almost died.
Oh, we'll have to.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, go ahead.
I mean, not died.
No,
but-
let's talk more about the. Let's get this picture stuff
All right,
cleared up out
okay.
of the way.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot there's this thing. Okay, go ahead. God, I love these episodes.
So
where I
it
can
didn't
sit
happen
here.
just once.
I specifically remember one time, but once was enough. Because
No, it happened a couple times.
Oh, well, great.
It did.
I probably blocked him
Well, no,
out because
because
I was so pissed.
you know what it was? It was what
I
happened
need
was
another beer for this shit.
my pedal board had
Tell me,
died.
James.
What do you know?
Oh, shocker.
Oh,
I thought it was dropping a guitar pick, but
man, I'm
technical,
starting to get a lot of
yeah.
memories
Yeah.
coming back. The
Yeah, a
fucking
lot.
Yeah.
9-volt
the
batteries
shitty
and
pedal
yeah.
board,
Yeah,
shitty
that
amps.
really happened. All true stories. So anyways, the pedal board dies, and I'm trying to fuck with it, and it's only halfway. It's halfway through a song. It's not. I just gave up on the entire
The
set.
best spot to take pictures of the rest of the band. Right?
So
Halfway through a song.
at that point, I couldn't get it going, and the song was half over, so I just fucking set up. This is a cool picture. Maybe we need this for later. And it turns out we do, because I have the fucking picture, and we'll put it right here.
And actually, we're gonna use it right now, so that's a good...
Yeah, so, I mean, I was fucking forward thinking years ago.
Did you ever see the picture of this angry incident?
No, and then I knew how much it pissed him off, so I just started doing it just to get him.
And it's funny because, like, we were always a band that never took ourselves that seriously. Mm-hmm. But that shit is the most unprofessional bullshit thing I've ever experienced on stage. It's like, dude, I still want to, like, be a good band. And we can joke around and have fun and, like, not take ourselves seriously. But it was like, damn, like...
I thought it was fucking funny.
I didn't.
You should have...
I'm just being real. I was like, if I went and saw a band that was like thrash punk, like, and I'm like, whoa, this is awesome, and then the cape-wearing guitar player takes out a phone and takes pictures of the rest of the band because he can't play the guitar or drop the pick or whatever, or shit's not working. Sorry, but I'd be like, fuck this band. And I've seen it many one-way tear shows. That reaction.
Now you're over embellishing.
I've seen it. Sheer terror, definitely. But that was a different reason.
What was that reason?
Oh, it was just it was a mostly straight edge show, I feel, and we started
thanks for coming.
Singing our songs and...
that was y'all, huh?
No,
that was you.
That was me.
And Mohawk?
But that was because...
Remember how uncomfortable it was after that set?
Was that the one that we showed up like mad early and played at like 11 o'clock in the morning?
No, but we played first and there was people there and I watched it happen. Like people like, oh cool, like getting into it. And then like, nope. Like, ow. Like,
but what does that have to do with me is the question.
I'm just saying, if I saw a band where the guitar player was taking pictures of the rest of the band,
I didn't even take pictures.
I would be out.
Well, you're saying the people left that show, but I didn't take pictures of that show. So how does that?
No, I'm just comparing it to like if I went and saw a band and the guitar player was taking a picture of the rest of the band.
We are right back at Chair Practice 2014.
I love it.
We are right back.
We're almost there.
We started the day good.
No, that was before that. That was you guys. When did you leave? 2012, 13.
13? Maybe?
Yeah, it was 13. It was. It absolutely was. Because I joined that year, yeah. For sure. So that, it was 2013. I've been with you guys since 2013.
That's crazy.
I don't even know your last name.
You might not be able to pronounce it, but you know it.
It's Fraley.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Alright, so what's next? What other memorable... Okay, number one memorable show for good reasons with One Way Terror with you three.
Number one memorable show?
Yeah, the one where you guys are really fucking stoked after playing.
Silence.
Wait, with him?
I don't think there is one.
Stoked after
why I asked.
Stoked after playing with James in the band?
No, yes, like dude, yes, like God damn it, I'm trying to come. Okay, work with me.
So
fuck.
Sorry, I'm just fucking with it.
All right, okay.
No, I think
Chris is stressing.
I'm fumbling.
Why?
Thought this was happy time.
One of my my favorite one. My favorite one. This is a complete fucking. This must have been the most disastrous one too.
Oh, awesome!
Is the first time we went down to Pennsylvania when Bob was almost near dead. And like came down, and he came down with us, and like barely knew the songs.
See, the beer mug shows blend together for me. Like,
yeah,
I do remember sitting in the beer mug though, and like you could smoke inside there. And I remember, like, someone smoking a blunt. It was Steve.
Yeah.
Sitting there smoking a blunt. And I remember glancing over, and it was loud because there was a band playing. I see you and James chilling there. And I look, and I literally saw you leaning to James like, someone's smoking a blunt. I could read the lips. and then a pause, and then you're like, it's grape. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Like, here.
I do remember the grape smell.
Yeah.
What I liked so much about that is not only that, like, Bob barely know the songs and, like, had his hockey helmet on.
Yeah, that's right.
It was, like, such a weird vibe. There was all girls were moshing.
Yeah.
And, like, kicking ass, and the dudes were, like, kind of weird, like, crusty hippie punks.
Yeah, those chicks in Area PA. Yeah,
because we played with Aggro Hippie, and they were awesome.
Because every time I played, did you guys always play at, like, 12 o'clock at night?
I can't even remember.
Every show I played there, it was like 12:30 in the morning.
Didn't we bring little Jake with us, and like they wouldn't even let him in, so we were like, he was sitting by the side door smoking, and like.
Yeah.
Was
that the night with the guy with the chicken wings?
No, that was the next. I remember the chicken wings.
Was that the other
That's
show?
the best story ever.
That was hilarious.
Oh my god.
Man, chicken wings seem to be a theme up on here now with the Mark
was that the same night?
No, that was the next time.
Oh, okay.
All right, so what's
the chicken wings. There was like this drunk guy, and me and little Jake, like, we took off to go around the block to park and got lost or something. And I think maybe you guys thought we got shot and mugged because there was some sketchy shit going on. And we're walking back, and there's like this drunk dude like leaving the bar in the doorway.
Can't even walk.
And like I think it was Steve who said like he just looks like he just finished his 12-hour shift at the local.
Because it was all industry.
Yeah.
Like the beer mug was surrounded by like it was a car dealership and then like industry, like plants everywhere.
And like this dude is so drunk, like he's trying to leave the bar. He's like holding on to the door, and nobody can get in or out. And we're all like all congregated kind of out front, like smoking some weed, whatever. Watching this guy, like, and he's got this bag with his little styrofoam container of chicken wings, and we're just watching and smoking, and he finally, like, 15-20 minutes of wobbling at the door, starts walking down the road with his bag, and we're just standing there smoking. He gets to the intersection, and he's so drunk, he falls.
He falls. He drops his wings, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And he tries picking his wings, and he falls face first into the middle of the road. And this is like way far down, like blocks away. We're still watching him because we're like, "When's he gonna fall?" It was like, "Oh!" And then finally, face first, he gets up. He like picks a few wings up, drops them again, falls down again.
And like you knew this dude was like just trying to get it together,
so trying so hard to
make it home
maintain.
and just eat these wings.
Yeah.
And like
he was picking them straight up off the street.
Off the street.
Back in the box.
But like the whole styrofoam like was
fine.
open,
It's
wings
fine.
everywhere.
An older dude?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The beer mug was out of control.
That first.
That was the night. Was that the night where we played the song Reality? And that chick came up to me after the set. She's like, that one song you played, and we pinpointed it was Reality.
Yeah.
She's like, that sounds like a cover. And I'm like, well, that sucks, because I wrote that when I was 16, whatever. Years later, come to find out, it is identical to Bite It, You Scum by G.G. Allin. And I'm not a G.G. Allin fan, so I never even heard that song. It's like his most popular song. Never heard it. It is the same song. Like, it's wild. Like, the
and
same
riff
and
progression. Our bigs, like, we fucking play that song everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But
It was a great song to play.
That's a progression of like 50 known punk.
I mean, yeah, it's a standard punk.
In any size.
But the fact that
it's like
all these years of playing in Buffalo scene, not a single person said shit about it, and then you get down to Erie, PA, and one of the punk chicks down there like instantly calls that.
But she wasn't like, that's G.G. Allin. She's just like, that sounds like a cover. And I'm like, that sucks.
And did you have like some ghost of G.G. Allin following you or something after that?
I think that's something that you like created in your mind.
That could have been. That sounds about right.
There's more to that, but I don't know.
Are you a GG fan?
No.
Are you a GG
I never
fan?
really was.
I love the fucking. I'm the only one in the room then.
I was never exposed to it, and then
I think the real. First of all, if someone's gonna be mental, why not fucking watch him do it? There's so much fucking footage of this guy. He recorded some shitty punk songs like the shit we listen to, but I feel a lot of it is fucking underrated, except for the lyrical quality, which is normally racist and homophobic and narcissistic.
But at some point, didn't that behavior just become shtick?
No,
not really. I watched the videos. He was in a club. The cops
like I'm saying,
I mean, the shows generally didn't make it past the first song. Most of his shows.
I mean, also.
I mean, I don't know much about it.
He's played.
He's
There's
throwing.
a lot
He's
of great
throwing
documentaries on GG.
So,
it's real shit.
Real shit. He would shit on stage, throw it at the crowd, like out of control.
I'm not saying his behavior was great, but don't we watch like documentaries on fucking serial killers and stuff because it's intriguing? I'm not saying I'd go and see the guy, but there was just this crazy sense of danger, and I don't think any other thing at that time allowed that feeling.
He was on some talk show. I don't know which one it was, but they were like, what's your deal, dude?
Was it like Geraldo or something?
It was Ricky Lake or
Springer, or was it with the girl? I think
it was Ricky Lake. Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But he straight up was
Jessie.
like, the what?
No, what? But I know what you're talking about.
But he said, I'm trying to bring. They're like, what's your deal? And he's like, I'm trying to bring the danger back to rock and roll.
But you say it's not shtick. But do you think if he knows before the show that he's going to go out and punch people?
No, he was that crazy.
Well, his whole idea.
And he knows, like, hey, I'm going to shit, so I'm going to take a bunch of X-Lax before the show, so I have shit to throw on people. That's not shtick.
Well, but
when you're preparing for it.
But where is that confirmed information coming from though?
It's
we don't know.
I mean, the fact that he straight up said that his goal was to his last show ever commit suicide on stage.
I think that's
like he was going to do that, but he OD'd. You're a
Mayhem fan, dude. Like that was some fucked up shit that happened with that band.
Oh, insane!
I mean, the first cover is the singer who fucking killed himself.
Yeah. And I'm a fan of the music, not
that's metal as fuck though.
Not like Hellhammer's racist
it's
views
sketchy,
and shit.
But it's super sketchy. Coming from someone whose shock music is my favorite of all time.
Well, that's the thing. I like Mayhem's music. I don't like G.J. Allen's music. You know what I mean? I mean, it's okay. Like I've tried,
but good.
No, and I feel like
some of it's good.
And Gene Whitney.
And
the Springer might be what you're thinking. That's
maybe.
What were you?
Because someone in the crowd was like,
it's all shtick at some point. Like he knows what he's doing, and people are going to see what he does, and he does what he does. If he was just a genuine fucking psychopath or a schizophrenic like Wesley Willis, where you don't know what the fuck is going to happen,
he was just a junkie.
Listen, he is.
You know what? At first, it sounded funny when you said it, but
he's
within
an entertaining clown.
A minute and a half or a second and a half of processing, you are right.
Entertaining.
To me, I mean, to someone who grew up with shock music with guys that were fake chopping off their heads, who still is my all-time favorite, and then to see this guy go on stage and fucking break bottles on people and start fights.
Okay.
And fucking, I mean, it's fucking crazy.
I would love to.
Okay, musical quality though fucking sucks. We've already determined.
But let's talk about
a lot of the music we listen to.
Right. Like, sometimes that's like what you're going for is just awful sounding shit. And I want to bring up a time that I was shocked. Truly shocked. Like, I've seen all sorts of bands over the years. But I was truly shocked. I went to the first Hell's Head Bash. I think it was 2013, 2014.
That's a good one.
And Shitfucker played. Like, Shitfucker is the name of the band. Like, for anybody that doesn't know this band. Excellent. Black metal, rock and roll, just not giving a... Like, just raw, raunchy, awful sounding music. It's great. That day, I was shocked. Not only for Shitfucker, but we also saw a band called Nunslaughter. Okay, Nunslaughter went on... This is at the Hell's Headbanger, which is a record distro. Hell's Headbanger Compound. And it was like this big, like, warehouse type thing in the middle, like, just outside Cleveland, like, in the middle of nowhere. And then they had the show in this other, like, hangar... You know, where they had the show. So Nunslaughter goes on stage at 6:30 in the afternoon, and we're drinking, we're, you know, having fun, and they have like two spikes on the side of stage with pigs' heads. Like, okay, it's like Mayhem, like cool. Nunslaughter at 6:30, and there's just a fucking dead deer on the front of the stage.
Like a roadkill, dude.
Yes, and they like Dawn of the Dead, the lead vocalist was just like, we picked this up on the way. It wasn't even their plan. But it might have been their plan because they had a machete that they were hacking at it during the set. So crazy shit. Then they have a 5-gallon bucket of blood, probably cow's blood, where they got the heads from, or pig's blood, whatever the fuck.
And you know what all this look? You knew it was all real because you've actually done this shit for your job and shit too. You know the smells.
Because of the smell.
The smell was that.
It was, and yes, working. That, when you smell rancid pork or something, you know.
Yeah. Or even when you did like the pig roast and shit, and you had to do all that and shit too, right? I mean, I don't smell rancid pork that often because we don't. You know, I know, but I mean,
but there's been like
rancid, but just the
a vacuum pack will break and then it's like sits there for a week and it's like, oh, this is fucked.
Because the dead deer wasn't rancid though when you got it.
No, but the blood, like they had a 5-gallon bucket of pig's blood and they just like poured it off the stage into the crowd. And people are moshing and slipping in it and falling. And then they like are hacking at the deer and kicked it into the blood. And it's just like, holy shit, dude. Like, this is out of control. And then out of nowhere, you see a guy with a bag of kitty litter moshing with it over his shoulder, spreading it so it's absorbing some of the fucking blood.
At what point in the show did they play where this happened? Was it early in the show?
This is 6:30 p.m. and like Nunslaughter just hit the stage, and I think the first song may have been "Raid the Convent" or something. You know what I mean? Like off the wall shit. And I'm like, wild. You know what I mean? And then a band called Shitfucker goes on, and I've heard about this band here and there that year, but I didn't get a chance to see them because I had to work. They played in Rochester with Midnight, one of my all-time favorites, and Shitfucker comes on, and Dick, the lead vocalist, who I've like partied with.
What
before,
a great name for a band called Shitfucker.
Shitfucker.
Dick Shitfucker.
Dude, and his name's Dick. His name's Richard,
and he's the real life.
Dude, he's like the G.G. Allen of these days, but he's not throwing shit at people. No, but this is when I was truly shocked, dude. Like, they come out on stage and he's wearing a cape, like, but much cooler. You know, it was like a vampire cape, but he looks like, you know, it's like studs and like spikes and, you know what I mean, a cod piece like this. He's wearing nothing on his legs except like knee-high boots and a cod piece, and he's up there just like, you know, just like getting crazy. And at one point his dick just like slips out of his cod piece and it's there for everybody to see, and he's just pissing while he's playing, just pissing and thrusting in the air, and the stream's going everywhere. And I'm like, holy shit. And then he's slamming beers the whole time on the mic, just doing vocals. I was going to say singing, but there's no singing. You know, vocals.
Making noise.
Yeah, and then he'd just like be on the mic and then come off, puke, get back on the mic, puke again, like out of control. And I'm like, I'm shocked. This is awesome.
But
this is rock and roll.
That sounds so
It was
awesome.
amazing. Then Acid Witch played, then Midnight played, and the power went out, and Midnight, you know, fireworks off the bass and shit.
Wasn't there a crazier story in there? Isn't there a crazier part?
Oh yeah, maybe after the Shitfucker set. Oh, this is wild.
Say it, and if you want to cut out later, we'll cut it. Say it.
Should I?
Say it.
Okay, so
I swear to we'll
Shitfucker's done playing. I've watched this guy piss all over the stage.
I'm so glad I remembered this.
Shitfucker's done playing, and then people are like milling around, whatever, going out to have a smoke. And he's on the stage, and this girl standing in front of him on the floor, like, piss in my mouth, piss in my mouth. And he's like, okay. He's got his dick out, and he's trying, and he's just like, I can't. I pissed the whole set. And I'm like, you did. And she didn't get what she wanted that day, which is awesome that I didn't see that.
We're definitely not.
But yeah, rock and roll.
Yeah, why would we cut that?
Yeah, that's fucking.
I thought he pissed in her mouth.
No, it didn't happen because he was already pissing the whole time on stage. He didn't.
He's
like, I don't. He's got his dick in his hand. He's like, I don't have to go.
I thought he pissed in her mouth.
No,
he was. If that was Gigi Allen, Gigi would have been popping some diuretics. Like
Gigi would have turned around and done the other thing. And...
Now, one question,
Gigi Allen though, but that was like, I was like, this is shocking, like, cool.
So this,
I guess, right? I don't know.
This is what, 2013.
It's all on DVD, didn't they?
Yeah, I actually have the Hell's Headbanger put out a DVD. I mean, that's not on DVD.
But
you don't see dick hanging out of his fucking codpiece.
Do you see him? Is his whole set on there?
Yeah. But
so
I mean,
you see him puking and pissing and shitting.
I can't remember. I haven't watched him in a while. But there might not pissing. I don't think. Like,
well, I need
maybe I don't know. It's like an underground release. So
this
I
is
haven't
what,
watched
2013, say 2014, 2013. Now rewind, and that's metal as fuck. Like it doesn't get much more metal than that.
It was pretty wild.
Now say you rewind it back to like 2008, 2009, and say you're on stage, and your local heavy band is throwing meat on the crowd.
Oh, like Wasp.
Well, yeah, but
I'm thinking. I was.
It's been done.
No, he's talking about the Boss Tribal.
I'm talking about
shit
Boss
from
Tribal.
Oh, y'all did that?
Not with me, but it's on one of the podcasts. He has a bill from Kevin Lyman of all the expenses he had.
Was that a Warped Tour then?
He did it at Warped Tour, and he did it at Show Place and wherever else they were playing those.
And this shtick, of course.
Now shtick.
Is that metal? Or is that just lame as fuck?
It's so lame because Wasp did it 20 years.
Okay, but is Wasp metal is throwing raw meat metal though? Technically, Plasmatics did it. A lot of bands did it with the raw meat. It wasn't just Wasp.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I mean, is it all in context?
I mean, it's shock. It's that's.
Is it all like context and location? Like sitting at a LaSalle Park and having a certain person throw meat on shit that has nothing to do with meat.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's pretty shocking. Like,
but then when you show up at like some underground metal shit and see fucking dead roadkill and pig's heads,
yeah, like I had always
heard
of shocking shit. You know, Gigi Allen throwing his shit in the crowd, but I've never seen.
That's what I'm saying.
A band I've seen before at funeral home and shit, like Nunslaughter, hack roadkill up on stage, and people literally puddle like 10 by 10 puddle of blood from some animal. And people just like, yeah, I'm gonna mosh anyway. Like,
so basically, it's like
slipping and falling, getting up, no problem. Like, it was wild, man. And the bathrooms are probably the best part of that show.
About the worst part is the fucking smell.
The bathrooms started backing up, and there was just like, you know, fluids coming out from underneath the door, and then that smell mixed. And the whole time, there's just troopers
Look at
on the
Reed's
far
face.
wall.
Oh, it's the
Yeah,
best.
right. Awful. There was just cops on the far wall just filming it all, dude. Just like loving it, letting it all happen. And they were never allowed to do that again after that. So
basically, like, if it's
There.
a spontaneous thing that happens in the right context, it's fucking awesome. Like, these dudes probably drove up, saw a dead deer, said, let's bring it to the show and fucking chop it up.
I guess like
But
in
that's been
my
done before,
perspective,
too, if
it
we're
has.
going by
It
that.
really has.
But
But
in
I
the
just had
moment,
never seen that in
I'm
that
just saying,
moment.
in the moment, you're in this little. It's not like
Yeah.
you're on a real big stage somewhere.
But if
you're in
you
a
do
little,
it... Sorry, go ahead.
you're in a little club or something, at some underground thing, and you're just hacking up roadkill, and
Yeah.
that's cool. But if you're like, hey, I'm gonna go to fucking Walmart and get all their expired meat for 50% off and throw it on.
I
fucking
understand,
Kevin
that's
Ivan's
wild.
but I'm going
sound
back to your
system.
comment. If Kenny Chesney was driving in the road and seen fucking roadkill and took it to his show,
They'd
that would be
barbecue
great.
it.
But a
They would barbecue
metal band that's riding down
Wait.
the road, it's like it's been done by Norwegian bands for
Yeah.
fucking
That's
40
true.
years.
That's
It's
true.
all context.
It
Yeah.
is.
You know,
And you're right. It worked for that.
Dude, if it
would
was a
only
Kenny
work for
Chesney
that.
show, they'd be fucking cooking that shit up in the parking lot. And eating it. What are you talking about?
All right, Kenny Chesney might have been a bad
Who is
fucking...
Kenny Chesney?
Yeah, like-
some awful country shit.
Did you just say
Dave
awesome?
knows.
I said awful.
That sounded like you said
I
awesome.
did not. It's not Garth.
I-
So.
Yeah.
No, but can I just cap this story off real quick?
Yeah.
Fast forward to like a
Yeah.
year or two later. Actually, it was a few years later. Just to end this shit. Remember when we went to Sinfest, the one we played, and Dick was there selling, doing the Sex Man leather thing, selling
Yeah.
his like leather belts and shit.
Yeah, you definitely met him.
And
the guy he's talking about that was pissing on stage.
yeah, probably.
Oh, okay.
Because we
But-
played with them at certain things, and he was at shows.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and I walked up to Dick, and I was like, "What's up, Dick?" Like, you know, I was like, "I don't know if you remember me, but I saw you at the Hell's Head Bash, the first one." He's like, "Oh, you were there," and
And he was so
he
stoked.
straight up was just like, I was like, "Dude, like crazy set," you know what I mean? The Nunslaughter with the deer, and he's like, "Yeah, that was fucking gross." I'm like, I saw your dick that day.
Yeah.
Dick, and that was gross. I mean, it was. It was fucking
Was there a money
alarming.
exchange after this between the two?
No. But no, I mean, like, he's right. I mean, it was like, holy fuck. But it's like, I definitely saw you almost piss in a girl's mouth also, so that's kind of gross.
He said that was funny.
Would you call him out on it?
No, I
It was
didn't.
like the roadkill was the second.
You just
worst
bought
thing
some
that
merch
day.
instead, huh?
He was also
Dick's
at a...
cool.
Wasn't he at a
he's-
Birdhouse show we played too? Did we
Probably
play with them?
Sinfest, like, day 2. Like, the year after.
Is he a
Oh,
local
yeah.
guy?
He's from Detroit.
Detroit?
Yeah.
But they're like really
But
close.
he's in the band Nuke. Yeah, and actually, I just found out today on the way over here, Zach, who, I think he lives with Dick. I'm not sure, but he texted me about Devil Master, this band that Zach's friends with the lead vocalist and everything, and they did like an offshoot band from Devil Master, and Dick's in it, I guess, and Zach's in the video, like getting killed, just like a Kane video he did years ago,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
like the
that's
symbol
really
goes
cool.
into his throat, which is cool as fuck. So
They
that's
gotta
cool.
branch
I literally
out.
got like on the way over here, like he's messaging me out. Then I'm like,
Now-
fuck, I didn't even check this band out yet, but I saw before then on Facebook Devil Master said something about it. But that's some cool shit. Devil Master's a cool band, man.
Yeah,
but
they are.
like Ange loves them, but like the keyboard player, like he's just so creepy. He's just like they like some of them wear like corpse paint, and like the keyboard player just has like a white face, and the whole time he's just not moving at all. It's like it's horrifying. And the one guitar player looks like Dracula. Like it's cool. It's cool.
Okay,
shit.
so I got a quick question for you. There's some bands on here that we're not allowed to talk about anymore, but somehow they have makeup on. So
corpse paint.
Yeah, we're gonna
no,
be
we're not
talking
saying
about.
no,
Or other
no,
kind
no,
of
no,
makeup.
no, wait,
Or other
listen.
kind of makeup.
You didn't even, okay.
Don't even dare
So-
bring up the fucking Great Malenko right now.
Wait, no. You guys are going there. I'm not. You don't even finish. Let me talk.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay.
We went there.
Which is
No,
something
hold
that
on.
doesn't
So-
usually happen.
Better. Who's better makeup? Yeah, you're going.
I'm
fucking-
sorry.
Oh, he's getting
Okay, Dave.
spicy.
I know.
I see all these
I
episodes.
know.
I've heard all these stories.
Did you bring bars today?
No.
Next
I've
time.
retired
We're-
from hip hop.
no.
I got some bars, but it's fine. I wrote them like fucking weeks ago when you
Okay,
guys
so,
started
no,
that
check
shit.
it.
and
Oh,
I,
check it. He just
No,
gave
listen.
you the check,
Check
it.
it.
Oh.
Are you starting to throw bars with me?
Better
Sounds
face
like
paint, King Diamond or Alice Cooper?
Alice, because it's so iconic. But I mean, I don't know. I like Alice.
Yes,
I love
fucking
Alice
saw it.
Cooper. And his is just so minimal, and it's just
Yep.
like to the point. It's like, you know, you don't need all this crazy shit. But King Diamond's out of control. Like Conspiracy King Diamond. I mean, awesome.
Alice never kept them. Like his makeup
It
always
changed.
changed.
In the early days, he had like which Turbo Negro stole pretty much.
He stopped
There was
using
that.
it for some years. He would not have it on at all, and then put it on. I would say King Diamond's makeup is more
because that started
iconic,
corpse paint.
and that's
like,
coming from me.
Yeah, and King Diamond's makeup pretty much started like black metal corpse paint.
Yes, I think his is more iconic than Alice Cooper's. I can't even believe that's coming out of my fucking mouth.
And
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And I only even brought this up because when I saw your hairstyle today, I was like, oh, this is fucking Nikki Sixx circa 1985.
Told
like,
ya!
where's your little fucking
told
war
ya!
paint under your eyeball?
I mean, my wife is a hairstylist, and she's living her 80s rock and roll fantasy.
I said
right
I
now.
was.
I'm on board.
Okay, so
Gotta
next
start a band called the Rippers, right?
The Rippers.
That's for you, Angie. I also have to ride my motorcycle on the thin edge of a building top, right? Yeah.
Play some
Oh,
beats.
She just loves
I
fucking
love
Uncle
Full
Jesse.
House. Me too, Ange.
You love Full House?
Yeah.
Why would you
Yeah.
say
Because
that?
I grew up.
I grew up watching it too, but it's
I can
awful.
prove it on multiple fucking
Dude,
levels.
that show is so garbage, though.
That's
Dude,
a
like when the
game?
music
No.
sets in and we have this sentimental
Oh, yeah,
moment, and
that's
Danny Tanner is
awful.
like
Yeah.
teaching everybody a fucking
Uncle
lesson.
fucking Joey, like,
Oh, cut it
listen,
out, dude.
cut it.
We need to stop this time.
I know.
No,
just-
Wow, great
just,
timing.
Just hear me out for a second.
Cut it out.
Now, Uncle Jesse and fucking Ranger Rick and his little raccoon or whatever the fuck
No,
he had.
it's Ranger Joe.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Are those like puppets they had at one
Yes.
point? Jesus, you know a lot better
the
than I
woodchuck.
do.
No, he knows
Uh,
even better than all of us.
Yeah.
So,
Of course, 'cause
what
you
was
love
his
it. You just
name,
said you
Ange?
loved it.
What was his name? Something Woodchuck.
Oh god.
I don't know. We can Google this later. But anyways,
It'll come up.
so you got Uncle Joey. He's a little goofy.
He doesn't even go by Uncle Joey. It's Joey.
But it's still Uncle Joey.
Oh,
So
remember
are
when he
going
lived
this
in the
way?
little
Will you guys
cove?
talk about
He
that?
didn't even have a room. Like he just lived in a little
you have this
area.
You have this unassuming man just being a little goofy. Like maybe you don't want your kids going to see the Woodchuck show
Yeah,
at
it's
the
creepy.
station. But in real life, like he fucks up Alanis Morissette so
Oh,
bad she
I knew
writes
you were
a
gonna
fucking
bring
Does that
that
have
shit
anything
up.
to do with Full House?
Yeah, kind of does.
I knew you were gonna bring that shit up.
It kind of
Her
does.
Her
I'm
biggest like hit is about Dave Coulier. Like seriously, cut it out. Like, Atlantis. Like
I'm just saying, like
holy shit.
there's a deeper thing going on.
That
here.
guy.
What's the deep? What? Relationships don't go
cocaine.
bad.
It's called cocaine. It's no big deal.
Fuck.
So
What was that
anyways-
Woodchuck's name, man?
Who cares,
Shut up.
dude?
Fuck the shit out
Like,
of
really
me.
though? Who cares?
Who had the
Okay,
Woodchuck?
Fuck Joey. Just put Joey Full House Woodchuck. It's
One
gonna
more
come right
makeup
up.
question. Better
Alright.
eyeliner, Billy Joe from Green Day,
Oh, fuck off.
or Davey,
Already the
or-
other one.
or Davey Havoc.
Oh,
Davey
wow.
Havoc. Because I
His
like
name
it.
is Mr. Fucking Woodchuck.
Well, yeah, Mr. Woodchuck. That's right. Yep, that's it.
What's Steve's real name?
It's so original, Mr. Woodchuck.
Steven. Sorry.
Mr. Woodchuck, correct.
Mr. Woodchuck.
It's fucking stupid.
Sorry. All right, go ahead. Bob,
I'm so glad we hashed that out,
He was
guys.
so excited to say it.
I'm so glad we hashed that out. This is why I came on the show to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can't remember those
Well,
two
we mentioned
Woodchucks'
Full
names.
House, and you name dropped Ange and winked at the camera, and then
I was talking about Uncle Jesse. That was as far as it had to go. Because what else is cool about that show other than Uncle Jesse? It's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Riding a
the
motorcycle
Kiss
on a
T-shirt.
fucking building.
There's a Kiss T-shirt in that show.
Where?
He uses as a rag.
See, I didn't
Beach
know that,
Boys.
but here we
The
go.
Destroyer T-shirt. Ange probably knows. You don't even fucking know.
Who's
No.
wearing the Destroyer shirt?
No. So what happens is Becky cuts up his shirt for a
Dude,
rag.
it's ridiculous.
Becky
Kiss is involved. Like,
Becky cuts up his shirt for a rag, and he finds it cut up as a rag and gets up. Or I think maybe she puts it in the basket to be cut as a rag.
oh
and pulls
shit! It was
out.
his Kiss shirt.
And it was
It's
his
like
Kiss
it's
shirt.
like when that dude from Terminator 2 in Salute Your Shorts gave his girlfriend the Ace Frehley guitar pick earring. I don't know
You
that-
actually told me about
I
that.
did, and you
That's
didn't
something
fucking
I
know,
didn't
and I was like, holy shit.
yeah, that's
Yeah, he's like a rock and roll kid, you know, and like he falls in love with this girl at summer camp at Camp Anawana, you know. And that's the name of it.
But I'm a loser
You know what I'm talking
for
about?
watching Full House. Yeah, we all watch
We hold
that.
you in our hearts, but when we think about you.
It makes me want to fart.
Yeah. All right. Because that's what that
Whoa.
kid says that line. Whatever. Anyway, he puts a sweater down over a puddle and shit. And he's
Sing a
like,
song.
I want to give you something that's dear to my heart, and it's his Ace Frehley guitar pick. I remember as a kid, like,
Like Chris is like, I
Jesus
would never
Christ.
do that for any woman.
No, no, his are locked away.
So quick Full House fact.
Oh, who
Joey
cares?
Sweeten, Stephanie,
Yeah.
she does stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And she's been doing the quarantine while, or not quarantine while, it's with Ben Glebe and Steve Hofstetter, but she goes on there
the podcast.
The podcast that they did with like the 4 of those guys. But she goes on there, she's pretty funny.
Is she?
Yeah, she's doing stand-up. Check her out.
I'm gonna have Jodie Sweetin.
Yeah.
Well, see, Fuller House came out on Netflix. And they all got it's
What
true.
the fuck?
And I haven't watched that because I'm not like
I've like been in the same room with that on, and I'm like,
you guys sit here and talk about Jared fucking Catalano or whatever the fuck his name is. Like that show.
Jordan Catalano or Jared Leto?
They're both the same. Did I say Jared Catalano?
they're both the same. Jared Leto is definitely a person. I don't know the other guy.
Jared Leto. Yeah,
they're
that's
not the
his
same if
character
one is
on
a
a
person.
show. Exactly. We don't.
So
What's
when
going
we were
on?
okay, so when we were
Listen,
seeing
What?
Listen.
he plays this. They're obsessed.
Jordan Candle, my
They got
so-called
email
wife.
addresses and shit, dude.
I don't even know who Jordan Catalano
Listen,
is.
exactly. I didn't either. I do now.
Apparently, like
Me and Val never discuss this, and she's a big fan of this fucking show. So he's
Probably about as much as you are a Full House.
She probably doesn't want to discuss it with you because she doesn't want to let you in on that part of her life.
Yeah.
oh, whoa,
The
wow.
good, what the good part?
What is
Oh, so anyways, we were
Jesus Christ.
we were just
okay? I'm at a loss for words right now.
all right. While you're at a loss, when we were standing out in the garage, we decided we came up with this new segment where somehow Chris.
Oh, awesome! Yes.
Wait, no. Somehow Chris gets to talk about Kiss for 2 minutes, and you just wait.
3.
He already talked about him for 2 minutes.
3.
So now
No.
you get your
No,
2
because that
minute-
wasn't on the context.
No, it was.
I was talking about that
Whoa.
on fucking Full House
Yeah.
on T-shirt.
Which is
They're
exactly.
just yelling at each other.
Which is exactly what you said. It was going to be a story in context of what we were talking about.
No, I didn't.
So,
Ooh.
No, I didn't.
Take
I
it
said
down a notch.
producer, did you hear that? In
I
context?
didn't understand it when he proposed it.
Regardless, now
He
you
said
get...
3 on the way in, but changed it to 2 real
Well,
quick.
Bob still doesn't get it allegedly.
Well, I
So-
was going to talk about, you're going to like,
He
suck
already- I'm
Gene's
just
dick
saying-
for 3 minutes.
No.
And I get to tell you like how gross that is.
No.
Gene sucks.
No.
I'm just saying,
Gene
like,
sucks.
he popped 2 minutes of Kiss talk into the conversation. Now you get 2 minutes to...
All right, you know what? Shit talk Kiss for 2 minutes with actual fucking like
This is not gonna end well.
no.
Come on,
With-
spit
with-
it out.
You got 2 crazy Kiss fans right now.
Shit
I mean,
talk. Shit talk Kiss for. Give me 2 minutes. Shit talk Kiss for 2 minutes. Just give me and Dave 2 minutes.
I'm gonna agree with everything he says, just so you know. You probably should too.
Why?
Just because they're the worst, man.
No,
They're all
oh my
the biggest
God.
pieces of shit ever.
Doesn't
make me
What's going
not
on?
love
here?
the
I'm
band.
gonna allocate my time to the good man from One Way Terror.
To
If
talk
you
shit
would like
about
to take
Kiss?
2 minutes to talk shit about Kiss?
You want me to talk shit about
For
Kiss?
2
Yeah.
minutes, I will dedicate.
Well, I'm only
Yeah,
I'm
you are
only,
the special guest.
I'm
our
only
very first
halfway.
one.
Yeah, I'm only halfway through the autobiographies right now, but I mean, a lot of things are confirmed of the way I felt. I mean, they're just like awful
Scumbags.
people. You know what I mean? But
Awful
the
in which
fame
way?
and shit does that to you. The
Exactly.
money does that to
Greedy
you.
Part, the
Yes.
sleazy part.
Yes.
The bad musician part.
But that's rock and roll in the '70s.
The bad
The
musician
level-
part.
Yeah.
I will
They're
talk
not-
shit about Ted Nugent so much more, like any day.
Yeah, we-
and Steven Tyler. You know what I mean? I mean, Kiss, Christine 16, like, awful.
Yeah,
I
and
love
then
that
isn't it-
song.
But
Isn't that sketchy
gross.
as fuck? Yeah,
Gross.
he's talking about 16.
But Steven Tyler was a
Yes, but
14-year-old girl.
that was a lot
I
of
know.
people that we listened to, though. All
That's
of
what I
them.
mean. That was rock and roll in the
Jump
70s,
in and
unfortunately.
justify.
I'm not justifying.
No, it's gross.
I'm not
It sucks.
justifying.
Dude,
it was a
it's like
different time.
it's like so fucking
Everybody's
disheartening.
doing it.
It's so
not-
disheartening growing
we're not
up, like
talking about-
loving something so much, and then you find out when you're like old enough to really realize what's going on, that they're the biggest piece of shit on the planet, and it's like
Yeah.
that sucks.
But I don't.
But I still
feel-
listen to Kiss on the fucking
Are
rag.
they the
like,
biggest pieces of shit? Like if they
Not the-
really
I mean, not the-
harmed
not the
anybody,
biggest,
like
but-
Gigi Allen, real big piece of shit.
Yeah.
Totally.
huge piece of shit.
Absolutely, probably the biggest piece of shit in music. But then you got to think about like Marilyn
I
Manson.
wouldn't
all
give him
these-
that title
Ugh,
because that's
cool.
exactly what he was going for.
Yeah.
So fuck him.
I guess.
So he's like the
whatever.
third biggest piece of shit.
Yeah.
You couldn't quite.
You know who the biggest piece of shit though is in South Park confirmed it is fucking Bono, right?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
From that episode.
Well,
Piece
but-
of shit.
No,
let's talk-
he does a lot. For
No, I don't
the
either know what
No,
you're doing.
no.
Let's talk.
Let's
What?
not. We wanted to bring up Bono.
Fuck. I knew
So-
it. I knew
I
I
hate
should
you.
have
I'm gonna-
done
no.
this shit.
I hate you too.
No, listen.
He's like, let's talk.
no,
I'm like,
no,
fuck,
no.
I know where this is going.
You don't know where this is going.
Oh, I
because
totally do.
For this one,
I'm being civil.
Bono Award? Yeah, I know.
I wasn't going there, but see, you guys just automatically assume that I'm going to be like saying shit that I'm not even saying, and it's way worse than it actually is. I was just going to say, since we haven't really talked too much about restaurant shit, and you've been, 16 years holding it down?
16.
You also worked at the Hard Rock Cafe in Niagara Falls.
And
what was their biggest piece? Because Hard Rock, you want to go in and check the memorabilia.
Oh yeah, this is a good.
And I know they had fucking Michael Jackson's fucking sneakers in there, or whatever dance shoes.
Dude, yeah, they had all sorts of cool shit in there.
What was their most expensive?
It was just ridiculous walking into that orientation. I'm like, cool, the Hard Rock, like this is big corporate fucking thing, but like this will be cool, you know what I mean? And I sit down at the table for orientation, and they're like, so yeah, they're giving us the rundown of everything. And it's like, we have all this crazy memorabilia. It filters through this plant in Texas where they store it all, and then it all rotates. And they're like, what do you think the most priceless, like most rare or valuable, that's the word I was fucking looking for, piece of memorabilia is in this place?
What do we think it is? Wait, let's do a poll.
Well, you got to give us options.
They had Jimi Hendrix's guitar. That was one piece that did not rotate. That stayed in that location in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
A lot of the shit rotates, but there's pieces that do stay.
That thing is still there. I've seen that.
And there's all these, like, it's really interesting side story. There's all these marks. It looks like someone, like, chipped away at, like, the whole body of the guitar, the Stratocaster. And that is, at orientation, the one manager told us, that's because it used to hang in a different Hard Rock, like 10 years prior, and it would like hang over a doorway or something, and people could touch it, and they would walk by and touch it thinking like Hendrix's like juju would rub off on them.
So,
and that's what that wear is from, is people like just swiping their finger over it.
That's
like,
pretty sweet.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. St. Peter's Basilica.
Yeah.
Like the Blarney stuff.
Yeah.
Worn down the marble.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen that
great.
shit. That place is fucking creepy as fuck.
Were you actually there?
Yeah,
that's
I was
pretty
there.
cool.
I was like, you could see down into like the dungeon, but they don't call it a dungeon. But they have like very vivid evil imagery everywhere there. It's like flying gold skeletons and shit.
Sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah, I got some pictures I'll throw up when we talk.
Totally. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
That's
That's
awesome.
sweet.
Yeah, it's creepy as fuck. Sorry. Anyways.
Okay,
No.
No, it's cool. So I mean, that guitar is like in a case now with like one of his like awesome like printed suede jackets and like a hat with a feather in it.
All right.
You know what I mean?
So Hendrix.
So I'm looking at that like, probably, you know, like, and what is it?
No, give us another
No, you
option.
gotta give us options.
Oh shit, I don't know, man.
So now we know what is in that.
I remember looking up and seeing a Speak at the Devil.
Like
They had-
Free death.
Yeah, they
though?
didn't have
Free
that.
death.
They had Michael Jackson's like some shoes
way
that he
pre-
wore, and
Did they?
Like,
Oh, they had-
the Moonwalker shoes.
Yeah,
trying to
this
really
is
think
great
here.
for you. They had Ricky Rocket's one of his
Drum set?
Rocket drum sets
Oh,
right
cool.
above the bar. That's probably still there.
With the double
It
bass.
is.
Because I think he donated that to that
Yeah,
location
we
or something. I
went
remember.
to a show from Kiss at Seneca Niagara Casino. And we went to Hard Rock, and yeah, they still had that there. We sat right next to it. It was really fucking weird.
What color is it?
Black.
Is it like blue?
I
It's
can't
gray
even
on
remember the
black.
color, honestly. I thought it was green, but
No.
Okay, so
like
since
neon green.
maybe.
Anyway,
we fucked up the guessing game. What is the most expensive piece they had?
so the most expensive piece at this fucking location in that time was a pair of Bono's pink sunglasses.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
ones?
Oh, the pink ones. and they weren't like the NASCAR shades that you wear, Bob.
No,
they,
they were the
they were like
fly
the
ones.
Yeah,
The fly
they were
ones,
like
yeah.
they were like the ones that like your grandma wears when she goes and like to the eye doctor like afterwards. You know what I mean? They were like huge.
Bono
But
probably
pink and
takes
sheer-
grandmas to the eye doctor
Yeah.
with those sunglasses.
Yeah.
And probably lets them borrow like and keep his sunglasses.
Yeah, probably. And it's in this giant display case, like the size of the fucking wall. There's the shades, and then a picture of Bono like singing some bullshit song into the fucking mic.
So what other shit did
I
they
hate
have?
you
Stuff
too.
that was like up in that caliber, like Michael
I
Jackson.
can't
stuff
remember.
and shit?
I
They
remember
did have the
just-
Michael Jackson shoes.
I can't really remember.
from,
They
like,
had
Moonwalk.
like a. I can't remember.
Because you know
But-
what sort of sucks? The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, when you go through that thing once, and even if you go back 10 years later, it's the same fucking thing you've seen.
I've never
Very
done
little
that.
rotation in that place.
And Dave, I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna go there with this story, but
Don't they have like a whole floor where it's like dedicated to Pink Floyd, like the wall?
That
I heard
changes.
something.
Sometimes
It was like
it's
that
the
was like a
Stones,
thing they did.
sometimes it's Floyd, sometimes
Cool.
it's Zeppelin.
Yeah. Sorry, I mean to cut you off.
no. So since that was the thing, and you were so pissed off about Bono sunglasses being the most expensive thing, where you
Because
were
I just
working.
U2 is like number one on like my least favorite.
I
bands of all
know.
time.
So then I used to
Fucking
take
hate it.
pictures. Not only was I taking pictures of you while you're playing your bass up on stage. trying
Yeah,
to
and then
be
he's putting them on the
professional
computer. It's like Microsoft Paint. Like I'm doing fucking vocals on an album that I'm doing vocals on an album singing, and he's putting up a picture of Bono next to it on an album singing, and like, oh, Bono Award. The same album that you couldn't even play guitar on, but you wrote the song, you do it, Dave. Well, at least we're gonna be done in 10 minutes. All right, I'm done.
Oh damn!
What song?
Last page.
Oh, uncredited previously.
You know, I like that song. That's a song we should bring back.
Yeah,
We
the
played that
vocals,
when I
the
first
lyrics are
joined that
terrible,
band.
though.
That's a great song.
I've always wanted to rewrite that song, like rework it. But
And there was the fucking
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
sorry,
No,
I'm just saying.
You got me.
Oh,
You
right
got
on.
me. You roasted me.
I didn't even have to break my bars
Damn.
out. Shit.
Oh damn! I got beats on deck. Just let me know.
I know. Like the one episode, you're like, how long does this have left? Bob's like, it's all day, dude. Like this goes for all day. It's like, oh fuck. James like, shit.
Oh, good times.
James did
Anyways,
come with the best bars. Though.
Yeah, you schooled him, dude. That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's a reoccurring thing.
The rapping, or you schooling me?
No, you getting schooled.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not today. We got a special guest David here.
no,
He's fucking roasting me good enough, so I'm gonna take it out on you next. Not next.
I was
No.
gonna say let's
Not
get
next
Chris some
week.
heat.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I'm good.
Tell me about Chris
Yeah.
and your guys' fucking rides to work. And
Oh Jesus, work.
Work.
oh yeah.
all I have to say about working with Chris is we have the best kitchen staff we've had in years.
That's good. That's a good way out. Good
Like
job.
the best. It's like amazing. It's great. And we get to talk. No, I just don't know what else to say. I mean, we get to talk about Kiss all fucking day.
I enjoyed watching them go at it. I was just chill.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
it's just great. We get to talk about Kiss all day.
We hang out. Yeah.
We hang out. Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
It's all because I got to replace James in One Way Terror.
Yay.
And One Eye Jacks.
Shit.
No, I mean, One Eye Jacks was so far
Yeah,
in
it was.
between. It's
It
not
was.
like I
It was a
left and
long
said,
time.
"Hey, Chris, come work my job."
It was a long time. That's true.
Very long time.
How did that go?
What's that?
how was One Eye Jacks working together? And were you
Okay.
already there when he went there?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like what, a couple years, right?
Yeah,
but you did
definitely.
cleaning before that, even.
Yeah, I
before
was
you
doing
were in the
cleaning
kitchen.
and working though at the same time.
Yeah.
Actually, a funny story is, my sister worked there too, right? And she worked there before I even worked there. And I remember Dave walking in the kitchen his very first day. This bubbly little 16-year-old kid had his No Effects shirt.
I latched right onto you too because you had a Volcom hat on.
Yeah,
And you were
still got a Volcom.
Yeah,
hat.
He had a Volcom hat on, and I was like a skateboarder kid,
Yeah,
and I'm
so
just like, I think
see
I'm
this
gonna
kid
talk
coming
to
and
that
needs to
guy.
be a fucking dishwasher. I'm like, oh, this kid's cool. So we're chopping it up, like talking about some punk rock shit. I'm like, oh, this kid's cool. And my sister was there that day, and she just instantly fucking angry. It's like, fuck that kid.
Well, no, because
okay.
No, it was later.
Okay,
on.
it was a little bit later.
Because we were talking about Halloween out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, so.
And I was like, this one time on Halloween, me and my friends, we were
And
like.
Then,
You tell the story.
So
but
my
it was,
sister's, she's over here in this conversation, right? Or did I tell her about this conversation?
oh yeah, this is a great
No, she was in the
Okay, so-
conversation.
You know this one?
Yeah,
But
so,
it was like a month or two
Okay,
in or
yeah, so-
something. You know what I mean? It was down
talking
the line.
about some Halloween shit, and Dave's talking about how, hey, he paintballed a car out in Wilson.
But I didn't do it. I was just with the kids that did.
And then, like, the look on my sister's face, like, changed from happiness to fucking complete anger.
Like, you could scrape her jaw off the floor. Like, her jaw dropped. And I'm looking right in her eyes like, oh, fuck.
So, come to find out, it was her car that you guys were shot up, and it was like, what, winter, like Halloween?
Yeah, because Oliver I'll never forget it. We're, like, bunkered in like this. I'm acting like I'm holding a gun. I didn't have the paintball gun. I didn't do it. But the cats I was with were, like, you know, up on the fucking, like, in wartime shit. And the car goes like, pop, 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 you know what I mean? The car slams on the brakes. Guy gets out, fucking raging, like, my kid's in the car, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, out of control. And yeah, like, De Niro was in, like,
yeah, he was like
Stephanie's daughter was in, or
yeah, my nephew, 2
son
years
was in
old
the
or
car.
something at the time.
Yeah. So she's pissed.
Yeah, she finds out she fucking
great.
hates Dave. She will not talk to him.
It was so uncomfortable.
And then this is right around the time, like, I'm like, Dave, like, me and my buddies, we got this band, like, you should come out and fucking hang out and fucking smoke and drink, whatever, like, be our roadie.
Oh, the Buzzhound years.
Yeah. So, like, Dave's coming out to be our roadie, which is what him and Bob drinking in the fucking car.
No,
smoking.
my favorite moment of the show you're talking about, where Stephanie was like, I remember standing there and it was so fucking awkward. She's like, I'm fucking leaving, and I'm standing there talking to you, and she's like.
And I'm like, Dave's cool though. No, fuck that.
Yeah, straight up, right in front of me. Like, Dave's cool though. No, I'm fucking out of here. And she like left.
What show is this?
But that was the show where I'm the official roadie. I got my pass with the big like.
Oh yeah, because we made like laminates and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, backstage
And
passes.
it's you, Sarah, and I in the car, and Charlie's bringing all the gear in, and we're smoking a joint. And you're just like, I love how the official roadie is getting high with us, and the bass player is bringing in all the gear.
That's because Charlie's
And then-
alpha.
Yeah, and he's just like carrying shit. It was that shit, yeah.
Even on this rant, like right before we popped in here, we get a random like Buzzhound group text that members of Buzzhound were all sad that we're not doing stuff, and we got having a group chat, and then of course Charlie like comes up with the weakest thing to say in the group chat.
Oh!
Sorry, Charlie. Sorry, Charlie.
The most talented member in Buzzhound, by the way.
Oh, wait, whoa,
Yeah.
hey!
I see it as like
you are not wrong.
I see it as like Charlie like laying it down, great bass lines. Bob can play. James can't, and Russell has shitty whiny vocals, right? Wasn't it the shitty whiny vocals Russell has, right?
Yeah.
Bob can get through a song.
Bob can play what? Play with the Bob can play.
The whole line there was Matt's shitty whiny vocals. But yeah, Bob, you could play back then. But One Way Terror sent you to a whole nother level, man.
Egos are getting hurt.
There's no Time magazines being read at One Way Terror practice. Let me tell you that shit. That's what I'm saying. Because he is like focused.
Yeah.
he stepped it up a little bit, only because he didn't want to get shown up by a bunch of kids, but. So you did. I gave you props at a show once for. I was like,
was it the Lewis Idol show?
I think it was.
That was, dude, you blew my mind at that show. You were just like, Dave, because I remember we recorded the first album. You're like, Davey, I have some issues. Like, vocals are a little pitchy and this and that and the other thing. And I'm just like, fuck you, James. But, dude, this cat at the Lewis Idol show comes up to me. He's like, you know what, Davey? Nothing to say. You guys are fucking awesome. And I'm like, yeah, because Lewis Idol sucked ass. What the fuck was that?
This is before Lewis Idol even went in.
Here's the problem with Lewis Idol. The guitar player broke his string.
Let's explain the Lewis Idol.
Well, why don't you have a backup guitar? If you're like traveling across the country, like, or come on.
You need to have
there was just so much shit,
especially when you're working
show.
with the fixed bridge.
Yeah.
Lewis Idol.
You know what I mean? He couldn't. That's why it took. Go ahead.
Lewis Idol is the original bass player from Suicidal Tendencies, who was on the first two albums.
Correct.
He came out and made his own band, playing these first two albums with his own people and stuff. So. You guys got to open up for him, which
was cool.
Yeah, we're stoked.
It was
The
cool.
drummer's awesome. He played with Leftover Crack. He played with everybody.
And it was cool to hang out with. Yeah, I mean.
And I will say this: out of all the bands, any of the bands we've ever played with and tried smoking weed, those are the only dudes that like could keep up.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, Louis got a little.
That's what I'm saying. But
well, it kind of,
and that might even.
It kind of makes sense because it's like the Buzzhound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who else could keep up? And it shows through in the plane,
even
right?
with One Way Terror, though. Like, me and Bob were
and One Way Terror.
Smoking.
Yeah.
But Louis kept up. But yeah, at that show, like, I was stoked to be playing with the original Suicidal Tendencies member.
It was pretty awesome.
It was cool.
Yeah.
You guys definitely sounded good. That was the day I even went up to Bob and said,
that was our
man, I've known you for a long time, and I hate when I have to fucking compliment you.
This is when we got the compliments from him.
Like, I had to break down and compliment your... I had to, like, compliment your dad.
Which is...
I don't think I got a fucking compliment.
You have no idea how difficult that was for him.
I have
no idea how difficult.
I was thoroughly fucking impressed.
Yeah.
I know, at least I can play. Chris over here.
I didn't get it. Oh, Chris is the bread and butter of One Way Terror.
Let me tell you, I don't know about bread and butter, so relax. But I'm about to say something nice about you, and you're saying shit like that.
No, go ahead.
That's what this episode... Yeah,
Chris is
the
like,
first thing in a while.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
chill as fuck right now.
Yeah. All right, so Chris is the most rock and roll motherfucker on the planet. We need to establish that.
the most rock and roll motherfucker.
No,
And
okay,
the most fucking
so Chris,
auto-tune hip-hop high C motherfucker, too.
Thanks,
Anyways,
James.
That was a compliment.
I got bars.
Oh, wait, I complimented you on your fucking rapping, dude, before we even had bars.
I know, I appreciated that. I
So
was
it's not
surprised.
like I
That
didn't-
actually made me re-listen to the shit again. I'd be like, you know what?
Like, I was
Not
totally
that bad.
impressed. Like, I don't know what happened at the show. Maybe I just had to compliment these two because they miss out on compliments all the years prior. Maybe it was like a fucking closure thing. I don't know. But anyways. I don't know.
Where the fuck
closure.
I don't even know where I was.
All right, so back to Chris being like rock and roll as fuck.
Yeah.
For real though, like when he joined the band, no offense, James, I was the front man. When he joined the band, I literally took a step back because he was so much fucking better at it than me. Like he had this crowd, like, and he's out of control, like guitar, like spinning in circles, and I'm just trying to fucking sing the songs without like dying.
I've seen that.
Do you look at it as shtick though? Because I can understand that, but none of it's pre-planned.
No.
None of it.
And that's the best part. It's natural as
standing
fuck.
there.
It's natural as fuck. And like the Syracuse show is what I was gonna bring up, Bob. Like Syracuse. I mean, you were shit faced at that show, which made it even better. But it's just, I mean, we're playing
Tell
Syracuse.
James about the
What's
venue.
To friends,
Tell him the
fucking
venue.
waffles.
James,
Oh,
you know what Funkin' Waffles is?
I've heard of it.
Tell-
I
tell
A
him-
restaurant. We literally, like y'all are sitting at a table eating waffles and
Dude,
bands playing. It's a
Were the
restaurant.
waffles good? I didn't
Fucking
eat that.
amazing.
Yeah, they did like wacky
Chicken
shit to waffles.
dude.
Yeah, wasn't it like they
Yeah.
did all sorts
Venue.
of crazy shit?
And it was a venue right inside this
Yeah.
place, the stage and everything. It wasn't on the floor. It was an
down
actual
the alley.
stage.
Yeah, it was like off this weird
It
alley.
was fucking cool.
Cool as fuck.
It was right before the warehouse.
Yeah, exactly.
became a thing,
The
but-
kids in Syracuse. Yeah,
The
the guys in
Chinese
Syracuse.
place next door that kept on delivering and walking by.
Oh, yeah.
smoking weed
Yeah,
in the fucking
yeah.
hallway.
Yeah.
It was
And then there was that
sick.
college bar right there where what happened to you. We all were drinking, but
What happened to me?
you got shit faced. That was the night that you were just like, all right, Syracuse, we're a one-way tear from Buffalo, like, spinning in circles. But it's fucking fantastic, and I need to say that, like, it's awesome.
No, you know what?
That's why I
that was
stepped
one of my
back.
favorite things
Yes,
ever.
it was great, dude. People loved it.
Cue up. I do remember when I first joined and we played the first stamp show we played. There was this fucking dude who was just so fucked up, and he's like, dude, when you just came out of nowhere and said, "Get the fuck up here, you fucking assholes," it was the best part
Exactly.
of my whole night.
That's what I
I'm like,
mean.
I don't even realize I say this shit. It
No,
just
and, like,
happened. I get hammered.
No,
I
it's
smoke
great,
my face
though.
off.
You're not choreographing your moves or anything.
Nothing.
You're just
It's
coming up
completely
there with
different.
your raw
And then
energy.
like over time, like with the chemistry, like we'd feed off each other.
So
you know what I mean?
sometimes that can come off as shtick, but we
But it's-
have
we
watched.
fuck with each other.
We like we'll literally like it's like bouncing off each other.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
shit,
but
it
we
works.
recognize it's real. We know it's not like a shtick.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's just you
Right.
like just
No.
losing fucking control.
And I'm all
Yeah,
about people with
it's
shtick.
amazing.
I'm all right with shtick and music like that, but this brand of music that we're playing or genre of music is more geared towards fucking
No,
spotting.
and I'm glad like you brought that kind of fucking energy because you gotta also understand like I'm not making excuses. Like we had little fun times and stuff at the beginning, but I was so fucking deep into my fucking mental illness.
Yeah.
I was fucking taking like 8 or 9 Valiums before we were even up on stage playing. On
That's
top
crazy.
of all the weed that I was
Wow.
smoking, so
Bob, check out.
that's why I don't oversleep or things. I can never
Go to
fucking
One Way
sleep.
Terror.
When you said
Mohawk-
when you said you were
Mohawk
taking
place.
Valiums, I thought you were gonna say I was
Yep.
taking pictures of
Oh,
my dad on
taking-
stage.
I'm getting my. Sorry, 504 is where you want to go, unless you want to watch the first song first. But the third song we play is Opie, and Dave never seen this, and you never did
Oh
either. Brian.
shit.
Dave fucks up, or somebody fucks up. This is the whole show, but somebody fucks up, and Dave loses a spot in the song singing. So I have to do it, and then I get all excited
probably
that I
fucked
nail
up.
it, that I just do a
Alright,
spin
so I'm
out of it.
starting a couple, like
Yeah.
9 seconds before that.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, yeah.
The fucking
So
mohawk.
this is where it is.
I'm so glad
This
you're
was
growing
opening
up, Dave,
for-
and you don't have the mohawk anymore.
There it is. There's the line about me being
All
too
right.
old to have hair like that. I fucking knew that was coming. I got
This is
bars about that shit.
right
don't
here.
worry.
So Bob misses it. Bob's the one that missed it. Bob missed the
Gee,
thing.
surprise.
So I look
See,
at
I have
Dave,
no idea where I
know
am.
Dave forgets.
Yep.
Like I'm like, there's no way Dave's gonna recover. from
Nothing
this.
happening in my mind right now.
And then there's Dave smiling,
Yep. I don't know.
and then it ends, and I just do a spin out of it.
Yeah, you completely took the vocals over
Right here.
Yeah.
I'll do
and
a
saved it.
Yep, I remember all this.
That's the shit I'm talking
I
about.
watch this video frequently. That's why I do
Because
the
shit like
spin.
this happens a lot. You watch it frequently. And see, I don't watch it.
Yeah,
I don't watch this shit at all.
I watch all my videos. Yeah, I do.
I don't like at all.
See, you didn't even have to beat me in a guitar battle. We just watched you beat me in a guitar battle on the fucking TV.
All right.
That's cool,
So
man.
there you go. High five, Chris.
I appreciate the. I mean, you were without even really knowing me at that time. You both between the two of you, right? How did that work out? Where he was deciding he was done. I had just gotten off of the drug addiction I was talking about with pills and in a bad relationship. So what
I can't
happens?
quite remember like how it
because
actually
me and Monica
happened.
come and see you guys at that. What was that place where Jim?
The Russian chop shop.
Yes.
Okay, the chop shop.
HDHQ.
We've talked
like
about
the
this.
first one. Like
HDHQ. Yeah.
it was like right off River Road.
We've
or
talked
something.
about this very briefly on here.
By Betty's, that restaurant Betty's. Or something.
That's when we were trying to figure out how many milligrams of Adderall.
Yes,
you
how
were
many Adderall, and I was drinking, and
I mean, we were hanging in the.
But we were hanging and partying, and I just remember being really. I never would have thought these guys are going to ask me to be in my band. I was a fucking wreck.
You sang Out in the Dark with us. We
That's
covered
right.
Global Threat
I
that
did.
night,
That's
and you
right.
sang, and you were like up on the monitor and like fucking getting shit going. And I was like, yo,
But you were there was a
like
while,
James. You know what I mean? Like. And that was the last show James played with us.
Was
No,
it?
not no. I'm just joking.
No, actually, but go ahead.
No, there was a few more because I wasn't fully convinced at that point that was going to happen. I was still fucking
Still on the funds.
No, I was just pretty deep in the madness.
Yeah.
It was
not
you had
been
Crow's Nest.
There was a couple Crow's Nest shows.
Yeah.
But you've been coming up to a few of our shows and like you always had the good energy and we all always vibed together.
Right.
And then like I knew you were a fan of what we were doing too, and kind of understood.
Well, I remember when I got the Casualties, I was like, I have to put them on.
You and
None of
Ruben.
my bands played.
But when I decided like I needed to step away because I needed to fucking mentally recover from everything, you hadn't been around for a while, and I remember even asking Dave like, "Yo, where the fuck is Chris? Like, have you seen him? Heard of him?" And he was probably like, "Oh yeah, he's fucking in bad shape."
Yeah, probably.
So that's where I mean,
because we were like talking at that point. Like I think we had just started hanging out.
Yeah,
again.
we had seen each other.
I think
somewhere.
maybe you had mentioned how you were starting to talk to him again, and I was like, "Where the fuck is this?"
But
kid
then
been?
let me just say there wasn't like a fall. Me and him before that whole thing were never that close.
Yeah.
He came over to pick up tickets when I booked you guys on the Casualties, and I think we smoked a bowl or something in my basement. Right? Is that what happened?
You were fucking Slick Chris at that point. I was like, Jesus Christ, this kid's awesome. Like,
Slick
dude, you were
Chris.
the first
I had
fucking
a radio show.
a quick side story, real quick. My first fucking local punk show ever. Like, finally, I got a car at 16. I did driver's ed, so I had my fucking unrestricted license. Gone, Mom and Dad. Like, I'm going to get this punk scene in the city. It was at Al's Billiards in North Tonawanda, and Chris is the one that took my fucking money. It was Andy and I. Mm-hmm. And like, and you're like, thanks, man. I'm like, in my space, like, I already felt like I knew him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like, that's fucking Chris. Like
Slick Chris.
he puts on those awesome street punk shows with Mad Dog. You know what I mean? And I'm like, it's Chris. He's a bass player in Suburban Chaos, and I'm from the fucking sticks. And then I ended up with you guys. You know, I was like,
Speaking of a Mad Dog, you want to go into the Swilling Grill story?
oh, about the stage collapsing under my feet.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember sitting on the side of the stage, trying to hold it up and shit.
I mean, there's not really much to say.
There was a Swill and Grill, and I thought it was the same exact one, where you had the Johnny Bootleggers.
Those things were gross.
And we were sitting in the
dude.
We were like sitting in the lawn.
$3.
We were playing another show that night at Diablo. We were sitting in the lawn. I was like, "Let me try the Johnny Bootlegger."
Was it there really?
Yeah. So it's the
Like
same
the
one.
sour apple shit and stuff, right?
Yeah.
The same one
Did
that
you
we're
have,
not
like, at
going
the
to get
counter?
into the details of, but I remember drinking the Johnny Bootlegger, and then we were going to Diablo to play with some 80s or 90s metal cover band, which was fucking weird. And we stopped.
I vaguely remember this.
Me, Bob, and Jake stopped in this fucking Burger King, and they were trying to hustle
my
us out
God,
of the
that's
fucking
right.
the deal they were doing with the cheeseburgers, like charging you full price for the Whopper.
Yeah,
Junior.
didn't you like fucking turn into a diva or something?
No,
up in
I
that Burger King.
like.
Because I remember something about this.
Oh, yeah. I think
So, like, they're charging Jake and Bob wrong for the Whopper Juniors. They're supposed to be $1. They're charging full price. I asked for fucking onion rings. They gave me these old-ass fucking shitty-ass onion rings. I, like, ran up and fucking threw them on the counter.
He walked up and just like, thwap. Like, it's like, what is this?
Who did? You did?
Yeah. And this is after drinking a little Johnny Bootlegger earlier in the day with Dave in the fucking parking lot of the Swilling Girls.
It's my fault.
It's
my fault he's acting a fool at a fucking Burger King downtown.
No, they gave me shitty ass fucking
everything.
Alright, so go ahead. This is great.
They gave me these fucking ratty ass fucking hard onion rings. And
hey, you're at Burger King, man.
Yeah,
I should have been at least fresh, though.
And it was probably like $6 back then.
You expect shit.
But the thing is, they were already trying to overcharge them on the fucking burgers. They were wrong. And I'm like, no, that's not the right price. These are fucking $1 a piece. That's why we're buying them. And then it was like this big ghetto lady, ghetto white chick, was the manager. And I went up and, said, hey, these are shitty ass onion rings. Threw them on the thing. Like, I'm sick of this place. And then she instantly starts popping off like a false chick, even though it was in West Seneca. So me and her are having some words. And then the other kids
switchbladed her tits.
And then some of the kids work, and they want to have some words too. And the kid's like, "Why didn't you just go to Mighty Taco?" And I'm like, "We were trying to fucking go there, but we couldn't find it, so we're here." And then like this whole shit is going on. I fucking tried getting a hold of the fucking like president of Burger King for like a week and a half because I was fucking pissed. I was fucking pissed. Like Jake,
I remember this because I got pissed off too, and I told the kid to fucking settle down or I was gonna beat his fucking ass.
Oh my god!
He like came up around the corner like he was gonna fucking start some shit. I'm like, just sit your ass back fucking down and get back there and fucking fry whatever you need to fucking fry, kid. You don't want any part of this.
Like shit was getting wild up in the
Jake was like,
you guys are just about to assault employees at Burger King.
Don't use that language. I was like, don't focus on his language. Let's focus how you fucked everything up today.
Yeah, no. So like,
awesome.
Shit's going down. Jake, he gets so scared, he runs right out the car. Like, he might have left his burger. I don't even know. He's like, I can't deal with this, and like. We're yelling and screaming and talking shit about.
I didn't realize it was this hyphy.
Oh,
like I remember you guys showing up to Diablo that night and like crazy shit happened.
They were trash. They were trash.
Yeah.
I'm like, we were.
But then I tried getting a hold of them because I wanted to fucking file a complaint. They were real dodgy about it. I finally got a hold of like the East Coast vice president of a fucking Burger King.
It's going to the top.
And they were I was trying to get to the top. I'm like, I want the fucking top to know about this.
Shit.
And then they offered me all kinds of like free shit, and I was like, it's not even about the free shit. I'm pissed about what happened. Like, those should have been fucking good onion rings. And I don't even fucking...
They don't give a fuck, dude. They're like, here's free Whopper coupons for 6 months.
No,
I don't give a fuck about your opinion on some shitty-ass Burger King in West Seneca.
That's all I wanted.
What you did...
I just wanted the recognition or acknowledgement of, hey, like, it was fucked up. It shouldn't have been.
James has been fucking on that Karen shit since fucking 2012.
That was
the original Karen is James.
They were fucking like, you literally had these onion rings sitting on the counter.
Yeah, it's Burger King, dude. I know.
I wasn't being
just
a Karen. It was a fucking.
I'm gonna call their manager right fucking now. Let them know that happened. Once.
Yeah, you know, dude, you're gonna spend the next week.
You went so far, dude. You went so far.
But can you just imagine, like, James looking in the mirror, fucking at his teeth, and making a phone call to Burger King? Like, dude, calm down.
Check it.
That was totally tied in, probably.
That is exactly what it was.
Like, the onion rings were like the fucking straw that broke the camel's back. Like, my teeth, I'm having issues with my teeth, and these fucking onion rings, like, how am I supposed to bite hard onion rings when my teeth are fucked? Like,
but my teeth weren't even fucked.
Exactly.
No,
but I was afraid.
But they were in your mind.
But I was afraid that these onion rings might fuck them up.
Wow. It's fucking Burger King, bro.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit reality.
It's good because, like...
Were they that crispy?
They've been sitting there all fucking day. They're rock hard. I just wanted...
Sounds like Burger King, dude.
That bad.
You're probably fine. See, when you first started telling the story, I just pictured Bob like, what the fuck, dude? But then you just talked about how angry he got. I was like, oh, okay.
Well,
he wasn't happy he was getting charged.
He was in the right. So...
But the onion rings weren't that bad. You just
they didn't look bad.
You didn't see
he
the
took a bite and he was like, "Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!" Just like a demon does, dude. Oh no! This is not what I fucking expected for my $1.35.
I didn't even take it. They were like $2.99 for a large onion ring. First of all,
I was making a joke. Jesus Christ, dude! We gotta get so specific about it.
He still got the receipt.
Actually, dude. Yeah, right. It's like actually.
I didn't even take a bite out of them because I knew how fucking jacked they were.
So you didn't even fucking know, dude.
I knew that.
No, that's some real prima donna diva shit.
You took a bite. I saw you take a bite.
Okay, maybe I did take a bite.
Is that what sent you to fucking Todd? Should I not say the name?
Say what name?
No, just the.
Oh, the guy. Okay, I get it.
It's like that was the day I had to go see
I was already going through that shit at that point.
All right, yeah.
But yeah, no, that definitely was a fucking key factor. They were shitty onion rings, though.
I'm so glad we spent so much time talking about these fucking shitty onion rings.
This is great.
I know, because I'm getting fucking roasted here.
Did you guys used to fucking fight about food and shit when you were working together? Because you guys were like...
Did you guys bicker?
No, not us.
Because
I mean, if you were in the fold now, probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
But no, it was so different back then. Like, I mean, this cat, like, I walked into one of Jack's and I saw the Volcom. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then he's buying beers for me and shit. I'm like, cool.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just immersed
definitely...
in your guys' fucking world. Like, honestly, I was playing in bands already and.
So back up to Stephanie. She hates you for a fucking year and a half.
That's what we were talking about, right?
Doesn't want.
Shit.
Will not fuck with you one bit. I'm like,
not
Stephanie.
At all.
Dave's pretty cool. Like, we're in work shit, like out of work shit, like going to concerts. Like, she be there, but she don't want to fuck with Dave.
Won't even look at me, dude.
Until
She hates me, dude.
Talks me
I did not
shit.
pull the trigger. I was there though.
And then one day, she hears a Social Distortion song on the radio and is like, "Do you have a Social Distortion CD? I can
I'll let her
listen to
borrow
this."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, I don't." But Dave does.
And then Dave's just waiting for this in.
So then she's like, "Dave, do you think I could borrow your Social Distortion CD?" And then he let her borrow it.
That was all good.
And then, yeah, you guys are BFFs after that. Yeah. After like 18 months of hate, you let her borrow a Social Distortion CD, and it was all good.
That's fucking... Now...
She hated me, dude. The hate was real.
What are the chances that he's with this group of kids that shoot a fucking gun at this car, a paintball gun?
Yeah, for real.
And it ends up being James's fucking sister.
Yeah, dude,
Niagara
I'll
County.
never forget.
I know.
Niagara County, exactly.
Small world and
Wilson,
over
New York.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dude, it was
1 degree of separation.
she said that story that day in the kitchen. I was just, or I was telling the story. Duh. Just her reaction though, just like, oh fuck. I said a little bit too much than what I should have said. Because we were talking about like antics on Halloween, and like you were like, "Oh, we did this shit back in the '90s," and I was like, "Oh, we fucking paintballed this car."
Now, how long did she work? She worked there.
She did for several, probably 6 or 7 years.
I probably even said that like I did it when I was telling the story, you know, like embellishing and shit. But I really fucking didn't. I was just there, guilty by association.
No,
I would really admit
listen,
it. I would at this point. Fuck.
16-year-old Dave Ward, pre like his first Buzzhound show, was a pretty like good kid.
Yeah, you guys
you
fucked
were a
all that
fucking
up.
good kid. Like you had your little short hair, like listening to Garth Brooks with your parents.
Oh my god! I was not
He was already
16.
into-
I was not 16 years old with my little short hair listening to Garth fucking Brooks.
No, but
Garth
you
Brooks was my first concert, and I was like 8.
You do well. It was also like one of your last concerts, wasn't it?
Okay, motherfucker, I took my mother to see that show. Because that was like her shit in the 90s when I was a kid, and it was a fucking moment with my mother. Like, you can fuck her
I'm
up.
just asking.
Don't judge me.
How many country shows do you go to a
Just
Garth
the two Garth shows.
Just 2 a year?
A year, that'd be
If you
amazing.
heard what I said, I said 2 Garth shows.
If Garth came out now and said he was going to go back and do the Chris Gaines thing again, would you go to that show?
No, but if he came back and was like, I'm Garth Brooks,
Yeah, Root
I'd
Scoot
fucking
and
go.
Boot Scoot and Boogie, Garth Brooks.
That's fucking-
I'm Brooks and Dunn. I
Yeah.
understand this.
Because my mother, like WYRK in the 90s, alright, fuck off. Dude, I
I'm the same way. I don't look how.
You get like super offensive and fucking triggered.
Both of
Because
you
it's
are
Garth
being
Brooks.
offensive little Nancy's today. I'm
Nancy's? Jesus.
I know Chris is the one I was worried about. Like,
I'm
getting
saying
a little
though.
intoxicated before we got here. You guys were a little closed.
No, what do
And
you
now
mean,
he's
dude?
just
I had
sitting
a
here
couple
like
drinks,
laid
I'm
back.
good.
He's like, shit.
Oh.
Just let you guys duke it out.
Yep.
We beef enough at work now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but I hear you guys just like bark at each other.
A little bit. I mean,
No,
I'm his
we-
boss.
Oh!
I mean, technically I am. I'm not trying
Do
to
you
be.
make him address you a certain way?
Not at all, no.
Master
And by boss, I don't mean that shit.
Master Dave.
Yeah, no.
Sounds like some.
That's a whole other
Yeah.
fucking thing we don't need.
What is that?
Whoa!
Like the Ronnie
Oh,
D's.
oh.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not that big of an asshole.
No!
I'm just saying.
I just-
Ronnie
No.
D?
No, this
it's
is a
just some
whole
stupid
inside
shit.
thing. Like I'm not.
But no, I
Okay,
technically am
Master
his
Dave.
boss, and I'm not talking about like that shitty music you listen to, you know. When I
Like what?
talk about
Born
the
in
boss.
the USA.
Dude, I don't even know.
Fuck
These guys were
Bruce
listening to
Springsteen.
it after the podcast and loved it last week.
Who?
We
Well,
weren't
you.
listening.
Who?
First of all,
Look, you.
I wasn't.
No, at
shit-
practice we
Oh.
were listening to it.
I loved
Oh,
it. I
were
was
we?
talking shit about
Dave
it.
did. No, Dave was
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's right. There was a few tracks. There was a foggy
It's so
practice.
easy to sell
Like,
Dave
all-
on music.
all
That was a
I
foggy
bet you-
practice, I'm not going to lie.
Give me a week, I'll have him talking about how great G.G. Allin
You know
is.
what?
I can change this kid on music in a minute.
Because I'm not, like, if someone exposes something to me, like, I don't know.
It's all
But
about,
what I've heard
Wait.
from Bruce Springsteen, I hate.
except for what
What I heard the other night, obviously.
Because when you worked
You know what?
you know, extra hours at work, you put in a hard day of work. You came, you just try to rock out with
All
the
right.
boys and have a good American.
I'm done. I'm
wholesome
sorry that it
time.
went here.
Then fuck yeah, Bruce
Yeah,
Springsteen
yeah.
comes
I'm
through.
sorry that it went
Oh,
here.
Fucking comes
I'd
through.
rather listen to Seeger when it comes to putting in work and
shut
fucking.
up.
There's
Yeah.
your blue,
Here
there's
we
your
go.
blue collar go-to. You know what this is?
Well,
This
yeah,
is-
he's
no.
sort of fucking bullshit too, but he's not shot.
This is-
Seeger is not a good singer at all in any regard, but
I don't know. If
Much
Metallica
better
covers
songwriter.
you, that's enough for me. Like,
If what?
I mean, like,
So Merciful
This-
Fate sucks because Metallica covers them.
No.
dude,
Good
don't
stuff.
ever play Merciful Fate for Bob.
Actually,
Don't.
Metallica was the backing band for Lou Reed when he was inducted to the Hall of Fame, and it was terrible.
Well, they also did a record together called Lulu.
Yeah,
it's
it was
fucking
terrible.
awful. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
terrible.
But they admit
What-
to it.
What this is a prime example of you guys bowing down to the altar of Bob because you drove over here saying you were getting 3 minutes a kiss, and then when you fucking had to bring it to him, you said 2 minutes a kiss.
I don't think that was anything to read into, though. I think he just forgot.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
because
I
Well,
honestly think he just forgot that he said 3 with me
No
in the
shit.
ride over.
I think
And then-
James is trying to wear the big boy pants and trying to be Bob this episode.
I think Bob 1 and Bob 2 both suck ass. How about that?
And then Dave, like, relented on the boss a little bit here, even though he wants to
Because
be
he
the boss.
enjoyed it. He heard it, and he was like,
He heard
There was a part of a song.
How
Yes.
much? How much? Were you
There was a
drinking?
part of the
Yo,
song.
That's
How much were you
Oh,
drinking?
okay.
I mean,
I'll
yeah,
come
it was a
back
great practice.
Talk
Yeah,
up
so
back
you were
three.
shipping.
It was the first practice we've had in like 8 months because of COVID, and we were having
Yeah.
a good fucking time, and I was into it.
And we did a game where I was like, pick a year, and I'll pick like the closest
yeah.
year album. And
Shittiest
pick a track
game
off
I
it.
ever played.
No, and
Wait,
I
we
track
did
off
that?
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
we
pick
were
a year.
hammered.
And he's like, 79. I was like, there's no Bruce album. 79. He's like, oh god, see, he's not the boss.
And then Chris is like,
Yeah, a boss would release an album yearly like Alice does, but no.
and Chris would have been like, if you're gonna play a boss album, then I get to do a Kiss album.
That's how it should have been, but I was in his house, and you know how Bob is.
Fuck Kiss, they're terrible.
Right.
Don't.
bad.
I mean, no.
You know,
Right.
according to Gene Simmons, a lot of
They're not
girls
terrible.
have.
Who brings up Kiss every time? Bob. Fuck off, dude.
Excellent.
I love that you practice trying to be a man with me every day.
No, I just know you have a
Practice.
short. I just know you have a short fuse, and I'm out of control, so I gotta watch myself
If I
around
can talk
you.
about this to Bob, I can talk about it to anybody.
Why are you all of a sudden a South
Am I
Park
a South
character?
Park character now? What is this shit?
Fucking throw on a fucking knit hat and probably.
Oh, wow.
I've never
man.
seen the beef go this way before.
Oh, it does.
From
No.
watching, you know.
Yeah, no, it's different. It's
He wants
fun,
it.
isn't
He's
it?
asking for
This
the
is
heat.
plus.
Now you
I'm
see how
sitting here
you see
chilling
how
and
bars
smoking
come
a
out
bowl.
quick like that.
I can
that
see
kind of
how
shit.
I can definitely see how bars come out.
He's asking for heat. But no, anytime I know there could possibly be a stressful situation with Bob, I just be quiet.
Yeah, oh yeah, he definitely does.
Just-
Like,
me too.
I'm just like, okay, I'm not even going to let it go there because I know Bob's going to, because Bob acts like he's not a Karen, but he gets there.
No, he-
you
He
push
gets
buttons,
there.
and now he's learned how to shut it off. That's the thing about Bob. Look at him.
But has
He's
he
like
really?
always exposed him.
Has
All
he
he can do
really?
is laugh. Like even Reed's like, yep, that's my dad.
Has he really learned to shut it off?
No.
I feel like that's a valve that's
No,
like willing to burst at any
we've all
moment.
learned
Dude.
to know how to read Bob without telling him, and now I'm telling him, we read you.
Alright.
And then what happened?
What am I saying right now?
You're too stoned to function.
Your face, dude, his face.
What do you mean, dude? It's pretty fucking clear today. Look at you. Your face is contorting.
Holy shit, it did!
Dude.
Holy shit, it did!
I'm
Oh my
telling you,
God.
Bob's an easy read after fucking 7 years or 10 years. Whatever it is.
Is it 7 or is it 10?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
But you still bow to the altar.
13.
Still
Yeah, I
Bob.
respect Bob very, very much.
Bob's
I know, that's
awesome.
why you're using him to be a man.
Now,
Wait a minute. I don't think that's what was said.
That's not what I said.
I don't think that's what was
I don't know if anyone condones that
using him
statement.
to be a man.
Practicing, using, whatever the
Practice and using. These are all words that
None of these are making sense, and it's all sounding very jumbled.
James, what I've said at the TV for the past fucking 3 months. Stop. Stop.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
I'm just joking.
This is the best
But
podcast.
for real, though, this
we've
is getting
had.
weird.
that shit went a little sideways.
The entire time. We
Little
haven't
squirrely.
talked about a topic yet that didn't get that wasn't some kind of. But I love it.
We're having
This is
fun,
fucking
though.
great.
Topics.
What?
What's up?
We had topics.
No, we have. I'm saying I love this fucking format.
We have a format.
I mean, yeah, not having a format is a format.
I guess the absence of format is format.
Format.
It's like the knowledge of non-knowledge is power. You know what I mean? Like Diener said that.
Not Diener that
Like-
we all love and know.
No, I'm not talking about your fucking bullshit.
What bullshit are you talking about?
You think I fucking know the Boondagash or whatever the fuck that
Boondagash!
stupid fucking face is with the spiky hair?
The fuck
the
is that?
Boondagash.
Boondagash?
Whatever the
You
fuck
mean
it
the
is. I don't.
Boondagash?
What? Oh, the Boondagash. Oh, much better. Reed,
I don't know. What
you're with me on this shit.
Exactly.
Oh, you
He
haven't been
lives with
exposed that
one.
far to the fucking awfulness of Ween. There it is. There it is.
There
Hashtag
it
Ween.
is. Oh man.
Fuck's
No,
sake.
Reed is not a Ween fan.
I know.
My
We've talked
brother
about it
hates
at
him.
work.
Dave hates him. Reed hates him.
Yeah, solidified.
Well, fuck you guys.
Aaron hates him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I re-showed
I mean,
it.
I listened to a fucking 6'7" asshole that spits his blood and his tongue out. Like, so to each his own. But what the fuck is Ween?
He lives what?
Like for real.
What is it?
He's
Ween?
lit-
It's like, wow, this is like mediocre punk rock. Oh, this is like a hoedown. Next
No,
song
check
is
it-
like some weird like
You know
jungle
what?
shit. Like, what the fuck?
Check this
dude?
out.
Oh,
You got me on Bungle, but Ween? Come on, man. Come on,
You're
Bob.
This might be.
This 90s bullshit.
This might be more. In your, this might be more in your wheelhouse on your way home.
My wheelhouse.
Listen to 12 country golden hits.
What the
hate
fuck is
it.
it?
That's his least favorite. Dude, I started showing him some Ween. He said I didn't even show him any of that shit because he hates the country shit that he's heard before is what he hates about Ween the most.
I heard it one time, and I was under the influence of psychedelic drugs, and I was like, "This is cool," and then it went into a hoedown. Like reliving like 5th grade at Stevenson Elementary in the goddamn sticks where we had a hoedown
But that's
because
the
we would
funniest
fucking
about
square
it.
dance.
And then you got.
No,
scared
it was
because-
bad.
Hysterical.
It was bad because I
That's
needed
not
to.
satirical.
Some of it is. I know that they love that music, but I feel putting it behind the lyrics of most of their songs, the way they do it, piss up a rope, it's satirical.
It's fucking garbage.
They're doing it in
No,
a
they
country
definitely
thing
have
with
said
that
that they're-
twang.
They definitely said they're not satirical.
They're not satirical.
Yeah,
No.
you don't think any of this
No.
shit is satirical in the least though? Like,
Not
I just,
really.
I
Because
just, you know,
they always have a story about like what angle he's coming from. Like I was trying to be like a 10-year-old kid when I was doing Spinal Meningitis. You know, like trying to imitate that voice for like Push Little Daisies.
yeah, all right, I get that. I just think some kind of comedy goes into those songs.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
There's a humorous approach to certain things. You know.
They-
I mean, Stephanie, we
Bananas
talk
and Blow.
about your sister a bunch
Yeah.
this episode.
Oh, what is
But dude, she sold it to me like years ago before I even heard Ween. Don't fucking listen to Ween, she said, because Ween is for people that are fucking crazy. Crazy fucking people listen to Ween, and I'm like, well, your brother is out of his fucking mind because he's going over next door to see the fucking dentist every fucking Wednesday and a half, like
Wednesday and a half.
like for real. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that fucking band. And then like one of my all-time best friends is like diving in to the cesspool so hard, and I'm like, I can't do it. You exposed it to me fully,
yeah. Like that one night we were just
and I just don't like it
like Bear was like
because it's for
what
crazy
was
people,
the
dude.
song in his
That is
repertoire?
direct quote.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Bear loves Ween.
Like Modest Mouse, same type of shit, dude.
Yeah, Mouse Mouse I can't do anymore.
You used to
You're
like them.
I used to love
shit's-
them. They're too depressing.
I just
Yeah.
always hated it, dude. When that came out, I was like probably 15. We were probably like what 15.
They were pretty big for a little while.
They were huge.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody was like, you guys always talked about like their other shit other than the hits on the radio. But I fucking, Oh, dude, I just don't know. What was his name? What was that dude's name?
Isaac Brock.
Isaac, yeah, he's like...
First of all, like, yeah, Modest Mouse is amazing. Bob is kind of correct. It is sad and depressing. But when you listen to Isaac's voice, like, you can hear the actual pain and torment in it. And I think for me, what's
like Jonathan Davis on the first Korn record?
Oh, come on!
Like the pain and torment on that?
Yeah.
It was just 1994 or 5, whatever.
He was coming from a weird mental place, and I identify with whatever weird mental place he was coming from.
All right, that's cool. I just think the music sucks. Like,
For who? For
Modest Mouse. I just, like, I'm not into the fucking music. Like, for an artist, like, I respect that. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Create how you feel. But I just could never get down with the music. Like, I don't know. But to each his own. Everybody, you know.
I mean, especially when you dig into some of y'all's catalogs.
Exactly. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Our music catalog.
I've been like fucking screaming at the top of my lungs some shit that I never thought that I would lately in my fucking truck by myself.
Firehouse.
Yeah, dude. Because I never checked that fucking album out.
Because
I always dismissed them. I was like, fuck Firehouse. They're one of those late fucking 80s hair metal bands.
Coming out of his eyes.
So dude,
I knew he'd love the song.
Dude, great songs,
You're
dude.
a third gen 80s metal.
I don't give a fuck what you call me. Because I'll listen. No.
Wow.
I haven't.
Yeah.
See, I haven't gone that fucking far.
Like, give me the fucking. He's ready to fire. Like,
19. No.
I love hair metal.
I'm not a fan of. They did some work with Kiss and shit, and like some of those members still do shit. But like,
dude.
But
I'm a huge Kiss fan. Like
every 2 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
You're
always around when it happens.
Why do you guys bring up
He's
Kiss?
bringing up
Okay,
the Backstreet Boys of fucking. Well, not the Backstreet Boys. They would like the 98 degrees of hair metal.
Who was the Backstreet Boys of hair metal then?
Poison.
I hate it, dude. I hate Poison.
Yeah, and I would say Motley Crue, but now they try to distance themselves from that genre. But
so they were like the New Kids on the Block then, like the original fucking.
I fucking knew it, dude. Like I see James rolling up late today, and I'm just like, I bet he's gonna say something about New Kids on the Block at some point.
He does.
He
loves New Kids. You love New Kids, don't you?
Yeah.
I just haven't seen you in so long. I just like remember shit. Like,
I had no intention of even New Kids on the Block wasn't even on my radar until he started saying 98 Degrees and NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
I don't think.
And then he was like Motley Crue would then be the New Kids on the Block because
stop it. So you were talking about this at work the one day because I was like, I'm so into Bob. Don't judge me. But there's this Firehouse, the first Firehouse record. I've heard it for like the first time a few weeks ago, like front to back. I never gave a fuck about this band because they were one of those like late gen fucking hair metal bands that the record companies just threw together to make fucking ballad and sell whatever. I never gave a fuck. I saw them in 2005. Whatever.
You mean you saw one original member?
No, I saw they're like an original band.
Their bass player left a while, but they were all original.
I saw the original lineup.
I've seen them a shit ton of times too.
They're a shitty band, then Chris has seen them a bunch. With his girlfriend, though, it's okay.
I was never with my girlfriend at that shit. My girlfriend don't come to that shit. Now,
did you bring any of your autographs and put them on the board?
No, but I do have. No, but I will. I got a shit ton. I got a whole shit at the house. Now that we have the board, it's going to work out good.
No, I'm saying your Firehouse.
Oh, yeah, so, like, he just showed me a few songs. I'm like, wow, this is killer. Like... Because I love some stupid cheesy hair metal.
It was like
I mean, it's really stupid cheesy hair metal, but like, you know, the licks and shit. I'm like, this is fucking great.
And it's a very like it's sort of like Great White and shit. Like had like this.
Yeah, Great White
blues.
Yeah.
I showed Dave something that rocked his fucking mind.
Yeah, I mean,
about Great White. The fire situation we all know about.
That's really hard to watch.
And like he never actually. I mean You probably have seen it on like news and shit, but
I never watched the footage.
And being in a bands and in clubs all the time, watching that is very, very,
it's
very,
really
very
fucked up.
Yeah, I've seen some of it.
You see people just built up in the doorways. Burning.
It's just so fucking fast, dude. Like man. It's
happened in the first song. Bob, do you know about that fire?
It's crazy because you brought up when you showed that to me, you're like. Every club we walk into, I fucking look around for an exit, and I've never once
seem like
thought
a job
about that.
anymore. It's just what I zone.
I never once thought about it. I just think like we're playing a fucking show tonight. This is gonna be great.
And
like,
after
the shit in that video is like, dude, everybody thought that it was gonna be like the way you
I thought
think,
outside shows were safe. After that 30,000 plus people free ZZ Top show. I was looking at all my. I was backing out.
That shit.
There was no way to get out of it once you were in.
I was backing out a little. Any chance I got, I was making sure I was moving back and not forward with the move of the crowd. I would literally look and see how the crowd was moving. It was that many.
I was there. Did we run into each other?
I don't think so, dude. There was no running
into anybody.
I
did see Dave at one point.
I was working in the VIP
You were
section.
there, but you were upstairs.
But
I seen you trying to carry a fucking tray of rolls or something.
That's what it was. So I was working in the VIP that day because that's what I did at Art Park when we catered those shows. Yes, for Jax. We catered those shows. I was taking care of all the boxes up in the higher level. And I'll never forget, it was 4:30 were doors, and I remember looking, it was before they had all the stairs and the seats or whatever. It was just a hill. And it was just a cloud of people just coming in at right when they opened, and I'm like, holy shit, dude! Yeah. So I did my shit in the VIP, and at one point I ran out of fucking rolls in the VIP, which is not, it's totally different than, the main thing. The main thing was pumping food out to, all those fucking people I saw. But I had to get more rolls, and I went down there and I grabbed a case of rolls. I have it on my arm, and I'm just trying to get through people. And there was this drunk chick. She's just oh, what's in the box? And just says Costanza's on the side. It's fucking rolls. Give me some of that shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, bitch, get the fuck out of my way. I gotta fucking do my job right now. Why do you want rolls? Why do you want dozens of rolls? Stupid asshole.
Agreed. To put it into context, it's where, remember when we met up at our park for Megadeth? That's exactly what he's seen. Where you guys were standing by that hill.
He was
watching from
chaos.
The opposite end and just literally, dude,
you couldn't move.
30,000
couldn't walk anywhere. I was it was just
Megadeth. There was probably 2,200, maybe.
And it was after that show or ZZ Top where they were nope, paid shows.
I think it was after the ZZ Top.
ZZ Top was Skinner. I was in Cleveland seeing Roy's in the day Skinner played, but Skinner played the week after ZZ Top,
and it was
Skinner
the same
thing. 35,000 people.
Yeah, and it's Skinner too. So I'm up there dealing with all these issues. It's so busy, and I gotta hear this fucking shit.
Yeah, I'm out of Skinner. You do have a Skinner song that you love, though.
On the Hunt, dude, is a banger. But I could literally, if I hear Freebird or any of those other bullshit
I could
songs again.
Without Skinner.
I do love the last 2.5 minutes of Freebird still, just like Stairway.
Was it because Devil's Rejects or whatever?
No,
movie shit?
Fuck no. Just the way
moments,
just the way
you know how that is in movies
where
you're you latch onto songs.
Now I always did as a kid even before Rejects, but Devil's Rejects, yes, that ending scene is fucking great.
Right.
And it absolutely, I think that song.
Or that smell in Forrest Gump.
I don't know.
Those scenes,
I think that smell is drivel too.
Yeah.
I think
On the Hunt is a banger.
I think
other than that,
he's going to win with Happy Gilmore.
Well, that's fun.
I like it better in Dazed and Confused.
Funny. Oh,
yeah, that's
when it's we going to breakfast or whatever, and it pans off from the fucking Moon Tower area, whatever.
That's probably the only time I could even deal with some Skinner is in that fucking
exactly. Yeah, same here.
Simple Man was an amazing song until that fucking douchebag.
Oh, I saw it live.
Yep.
I saw it live. Shine Down, dude. I saw it.
Yeah, me too.
My brother randomly called me one day. He's like, "Hey, you want to go see Rob Zombie at Darien Lake today?" I'm like, "Yeah." and on the way there, who are they playing with? Shine Down and Godsmack.
But a minute, Godsmack, did Godsmack not come off good?
Godsmack kind of blew my mind live. I was they did this crazy thing with the camera, and there was a helicopter that blew missile. Well, it was just wild shit. It was really cool, and I'm and then I couldn't believe every song I heard. It was just a hit after hit after hit. I'm like, this is wild. But I still who gives a fuck about Godsmack?
How can they play more songs?
But I just remember,
I love them.
Song.
Yeah, but it was just holy fuck, dude! This is another. I just knew every song they played, and I couldn't believe it. But anyway, we're walking through the lawn or whatever, and I just hear staring down the barrel. I'm just like, oh my god, why am I fucking here?
It's bad.
Why?
But it was a free thing with my brother. I never hang out with my brother.
Why am I here? Those
Rob Zombie, he got me into that
this evening.
Yeah, right.
Thanks, Dave, for showing up to the show. This is fucking kind of funny. We need to get your ass on here again.
Yeah, this was a good time. Did you have fun?
Oh, I had a blast.
Good.
Chris, I'm not gonna pull my phone out and take a picture of you, even though I wish I would, because it'd be fucking great for a flyer later on. But, anyways, all right, kitchen's closed.
Wow. Peace.
Cool.